season where the Kentucky Warriors will be taking on the Cincinnati Hawks. Both teams are 11-1. Both teams played last season for this same championship, and the Warriors lost to the Hawks, and the Hawks only lost one game last year to the Kings Comets by 6 points. So all in all, it looks like a evenly matched team effort here tonight. I'm Wayne Gates along with Mike Frazee, my color commentator and coordinator extraordinaire. Mike, we talked to both coaches earlier before the game started, and what were some of the things that stood out to you in those conversations?
Well, tonight we got a little bit of weather situation to deal with, so both coaches are stressing about how they want to hang on to that ball when that's going through the line. They really stressed their line play on both sides, offense and defense. They really think that's where the game's going to be won tonight.
Absolutely. It seemed like it's just basic common sense when they say, well, we got to watch the turnovers and win it on the line. I mean, you've heard that ever since you were in Pee Wee football.
That's true.
But in this case, it's the truth. The turf is wet, the ball is wet, the shoes are going to slip. So anybody that's trying to rely on 3 different cuts and a hook and things like that and expecting the ball to be there is probably going to be disappointed.
Yep, for sure. If you're a defender, this is your dream game. If you like stats for fumbles and interceptions, tonight is your chance.
Well, both coaches, Jamie Rice for the Warriors and Carlos for the, well, I've got his name here somewhere, Carlos Chambers for the Hawks, both said that their offenses are basically going to take what they're given. And in a game like this, quite honestly, everybody pretty much knows the first couple of downs are going to be, they're going to hit the line.
For sure. I think Antonio Davis might have a big night if he decides to pull down the ball and run around the corners if all of his receivers look like they're covered.
Yep, and then Coach Antonio Davis was central in the win of the. We watched the Hawks beat the Bulldogs last time we were here, about 3 weeks ago, perhaps.
Just about, yep.
Something like that. And Davis was on his game, but Davis is 45 years old, and if I heard some talk that if he gets hit a couple of times, his effectiveness can sometimes go down a little bit. So I think that. Davis is going to be depending on his linemen to keep him upright. In fact, Coach Rice basically said, if you give Davis a solid pocket and time to throw, he'll cut you to ribbons.
Oh, yeah, that's very true, especially on third down. He seems to have a knack for converting all those third and longs.
Well, that was the thing when the Hawks played the Bulldogs last time. They really seemed to not be put off by the fact that they were looking at 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 18, or sometimes even longer. They seemed to be very consistent on being able to find the stick and get another first down.
Yep, that gives your team nothing but confidence as well. Feel you can move the ball up and down the field no matter the situation, and it just kills the defense's confidence because they think they're about to get off the field with a good play, and yet yep, they're still stuck there.
Coverage of the NFFL championship game made possible by the Northern Frontier Football League. More information is available at frontierfootball.org. Brought to you by Hooligans Pub and Eatery, FitWorks, Dr. Fouad Amer, Waycross Community Media, LA Fitness, Buffalo Wild Wings Grill and Bar, Payne Chiropractic, Unlimited Carpentry, Dr. Ash Dentistry. It looks like both teams are still on the sidelines, so in the August 9th was the first round of the playoffs for the NFFL. Cincinnati Hawks beat the Southern Ohio Spartans 47-0. And then the Columbus Gladiators beat the Cincinnati Extreme 38-0. The Kentucky Warriors beat the Cincinnati Blue Devils 41-0. And then the Kings Comets beat the Tri-County Raiders 43-2.
Yep, seems like the cream definitely rose to the top on that first level of playoffs.
So in the first round, the losing teams scored a combined total of 2 points.
Yep, that's not going to win too many games. Not even a baseball game.
The Warriors beat the Gladiators 17-14 in a very close contest, and then the Hawks beat the Kings Comets, getting revenge for a regular season loss 21-15, which brings us to tonight's game with the Warriors versus the Cincinnati Hawks. The teams look like they are getting ready to kick off. So I'd like to apologize in advance because of the colors that the Hawks are wearing. those numbers are a little difficult to see, so we may have some difficulty bringing you actual names. I realize that's probably not what you would hope to hear from a pair of announcers, but quite honestly, those numbers are just real difficult to see. On the other hand, the Warriors' numbers are quite well visible, black on white jerseys. So Kentucky Warriors won the toss and have elected to receive, which could be an advantage while there's no rain falling. And it looks like we've got some rain that's should be here in the next 30 minutes or so, so we'll have to wait on that. There's the kickoff. Nice and high, although it's going to bounce at the 15-yard line, picked up by the Warriors, and across the 20. Oh, dropped hard at the 20-yard line. Looks like the ball carrier, number 31 for the Kentucky Warriors, Zach Swain out of Wilmington College. So, Mike, you were looking at some of these rosters, and you seemed to note that there was some actual, major college experience on some of these rosters.
Yeah, for sure. Kentucky's got a few players that played for some different colleges. Moorhead, even got some Marshall in there. Wilmington for sure, West Virginia State, even some University of Toledo.
All right, looks like the Kentucky Warriors are coming to the ball. Jonathan Swikert, number 10, looks to be at quarterback, handing off in a run up the middle to number 5, Jontez Jones. Jones looked like he picked up about 2 yards, perhaps, 2nd and 8. So it looks like line play is getting ready to assert itself early here.
Yep, coach made a point of saying that he likes to run the ball between the tackles, especially with the weather. You're going to see that a lot tonight.
So if there's a lot of running, the clock should continue to run, which should be a relatively quick game.
Yeah, it'll help avoid the lightning as well.
Absolutely. So looks like Swikert's coming to the line again. Looks like he's got 2 setbacks, one beside him and one behind him. Ball back to Jontez Jones, and Jones looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit of forward progress, but they're still going to call it 3rd and 8, so the Hawks have stiffened up.
Yeah, the Hawks defense, true to form, stays close to the line, brings in their linebackers, like to blitz. They like to stuff the run as well.
And we were talking to Coach Rice in the locker room and talked about, well, what happens on 3rd and 8? I guess we're about to find out.
Yeah, this is when the Hawks would like to get them off the field and give their offense a shot.
Swikert with 2 setbacks and 2 receivers all on the left side of the ball. Got the ball in the air, and the ball is short, landing in front of David Mallory, the intended receiver. So it looks like the Hawks are going to win the first battle, sending the Warriors out 3 and out. Well, they're going to punt, but I'm ahead of myself, just a tad.
Yeah, Coach Rice said he has a lot of faith in his kickers, so he'll be happy to let the ball go down and give up some field position.
Now, is that a 33 or an 83 that you see out there getting ready to kick the ball? I see a 3.
Yeah, see the 3 on this side. Can't see the other side.
So perhaps it's Luke Brown, or it could be Chris Stamper. I'm not sure. We'll find out once he kicks, turns his back. 33.
There you go.
Luke Brown boots the ball all the way.
Great kick.
Takes a huge Warrior bounce all the way back to the 15-yard line. Runner trying to turn the corner, fight his way back out, maybe got 5 more yards. Looks like it's up to the 26-yard line. And looks like the Will McGivens is the announcer's call from next door to us, so perhaps he can see a little better than we can. But again, apologize for some of the confusion on some of the numbers here, but they are a little difficult to see. So,
get some reflective tape on them.
Yep. 1st and 10 for the Cincinnati Hawks on the 28-yard line, almost the 28, 27 3/4 perhaps. But I think we can just call it the 28.
Yeah, we'll keep it there. Yeah, Coach couldn't ask for anything better for changing the field position on that kick right there.
Wouldn't want to be pedantic or anything. All right, I'm going to sneak my window open while we still don't have any rain coming in. Nice clear look at the field as the Hawks prepare to take the snap for the first time. Davis has 1 setback, a little bit of a high snap, going long. And the ball is caught at the 35-yard line and is run into the end zone for a touchdown.
Nope, can't ask for anything better than that for a first play. Just say draw it up in the left.
Cincinnati Hawks draw first blood with a reception to Ronce Harrison. Davis to Harrison, and all of a sudden they go 62 yards for a score.
That was some good separation Harrison got on the cornerback there. Let his wide receiver or his quarterback lead him, and he was wide open.
That ball probably traveled 40 yards at least in the air, and then it looks like Harrison got the rest of the real estate on his own. Took it to the house. Quick strike for the Hawks. Hawks preparing to kick the extra point. There's the snap. Extra point is good. So the Cincinnati Hawks draw first blood against the Kentucky Warriors 7-0 with 12:24 remaining in the first quarter. So while the teams are resetting and preparing to kick off, when we get an opportunity, we will let you know who some of the sponsors of our fine game here for the championship of the NFFL is. The Kentucky Warriors taking on the Cincinnati Hawks. You can see the celebration on the sidelines as Harrison walks back. Coverage of this NFFL game was made possible by the Northern Frontier Football League, which you can find at frontierfootball.org. Brought to you by Hooligans Pub and Eatery, Fitworks, Dr. Fuad Amer, Waycross Community Media, LA Fitness, Buffalo Wild Wings Grill and Bar, Payne Chiropractic, Unlimited Carpentry, Dr. Ash Dentistry, and by the U.S. Marine Corps. And there's the kickoff.
Slow roller back to the goal line.
And picked up about the 2-yard line by number 13 for the...
Ball came out.
It looks like the Hawks are saying that it's theirs, but it's the guy in the white hat that has the final say.
I believe they're pointing for Hawks ball.
And looks like the Hawks are going to retain possession. Looks like the return was by Luke Brown, number 33. Brought it out to, looks like the 18, so he picked up about 15 yards. Didn't look like he was going to pick up much more than that because he had to scoop it up off the ground.
That struggling for extra yardage may have cost him the ball right there. Yep. For Coach Chambers, I don't think he could draw it up any better than this for the first 3 minutes of the game.
You got to be happy with that, and it does look like it was a turnover. The Hawks do have the ball. Didn't see the referee's signal, so the Hawks are 18 yards away from more pay dirt. Davis directing traffic. He's got one setback behind him and wide receivers on both sides. Looks like the Warriors are thinking blitz, trying to rush him. And interception. The ball was intercepted by the Hawks on the, looks like about the 1-yard line. So if you really think about it, they now they've got the ball on the 1. It's almost like a real deep kickoff. So no real harm done. But of course, I'm sure the Hawks would much rather have another score. But
great job by the backfield on defensive backfield for the Warriors right there. They had a bracket coverage on that wide receiver, so if he threw it short or long, I think they would have got it either way.
Yep, and looks like the ball is on the 2. So the Warriors are deep in their own territory.
As an offense, you just like to get your offense some room here, push the ball out.
Perhaps the Hawks are looking to be able to do the safety dance here. They can dance if they want to.
They can leave it all behind.
Yes. Well, we won't do any more lyrics. Oh, my goodness. Nearly intercepted by the Hawks. Pass intended for number 13, Jermaine Payton, coming from Swikert, but knocked down and nearly intercepted by the Hawks. So we have 2nd and 10 on the 2-yard line.
It's not even raining, but yet that turnover battle is still showing its ugly head right now.
Well, we've had 2 turnovers and 2 near turnovers in the first 5 minutes of the game. Swikert handing off. Ball up the middle. Ball carrier is number 5, Jontez Jones. Jones looks like he got to about the 9.
Left themselves a manageable 3rd down right here.
So 3rd and 4. Or 3rd and 10, perhaps. Why are they calling it 3rd and 10? That's a little strange. Now they're calling it 3rd and 7.
Yeah.
I know he made some yardage. I mean, we're at the fabled bad angle here, trying to look diagonally, but looks like the Hawks are thinking blitz, or at least making the Warriors think they're thinking blitz. Ball tapped at the line, falling down, and looks like it's going to be 4th and 7 with the Hawks deep in their own territory. So if the punt stays in front of the Warriors receiver, they could have the ball close to the 50-yard line and be halfway to pay dirt.
Yeah, Eddie Davis did a good job right there on the line, getting his hands up and knocking that ball down.
Well, your eyes are better than mine. I didn't see who knocked it down. All right, punting is Luke Brown for the Warriors. Calls for the snap. Nice kick.
Good kick.
In the air all the way to the 45 of the Hawks, taking a Warrior bounce down to the 40-yard line. So you can't ask for more than that from your punter.
No, not at all. MVP of the first quarter right now.
Coverage of the NFFL championship game made possible by the Northern Frontier Football League. More information is available at frontierfootball.org. Brought to you by Hooligans Pub and Eatery, Fitworks, Dr. Fouad Amer, Waycross Community Media, LA Fitness, Buffalo Wild Wings Grill and Bar, Payne Chiropractic, Unlimited Carpentry, Dr. Ash Dentistry. That's a 55, almost a net gain of 60 yards. So it traveled a good 60 yards in the air.
Yeah, that's a good change of field possession right there. You don't want to give the Hawks a short field. You know they got that quick strike ability.
Well, it took them 20 seconds to score the first time they had the ball.
Yep, I would classify that as a quick strike. Yeah.
So it looks like Davis and the Hawks are already got the plan. Looks like they're moving relatively quickly, trying to keep the defense off balance. Coach Rice said that the Warriors play a 4-3 and will try to blitz, so we'll see what happens here. Linebacker sneaking up. Oh my goodness, he's already into the secondary. Runner still on his feet, all the way down, still on his feet. Finally dragged down by 3 Warriors, all the way down to the 35-yard line. That looks like number 1, Ronce Harrison for the Hawks, who's having a good game so far. Oh, number 31. 32. There we go. Now, there you go. Number 32. That would be Tyrone Berry. Tyrone Berry with a fantastic run.
He got to that second level of defenders quick and busted right through.
All right. Hawks at the line again. Straight up the middle again, going for what works. You can't do much better than 25 or 30 yards straight up the middle.
A better job by the Warriors defense right there to clog up the middle of the field.
2nd and 8. Davis ready for the snap once again. Again, they go straight up the middle, and again, another 10-yard run.
I think guys, they like what they see as far as running up the middle right there.
Looks like a little bit of extracurricular activity at the end of that run. Someone took exception to. And
stop short.
They did not make it. They are very close. They're within a yard, but he was tripped up as he ran out of the backfield, fell forward, didn't quite make it. That's Berry. Looks like 4th and 1, and it looks like the Hawks are going to go for it.
Yep, I don't believe the Hawks are very shy about ever going for it on 4th down, 3rd down, whatever.
And I think this is probably one of those cases. Do you think there's anybody in the stadium that doesn't think they're going to run the ball?
No, I don't believe so. But it could be a run up the middle yet again. One of these times they're going to throw some play action off that, and number 1 might be wide open.
I'm thinking it's a run, but you know, for all we know, it's going to be a end around pass or flea flicker or whatever. But I'm guessing run. Well, and now he's passing.
Receiver got to the sticks.
Davis throws the ball about 4 yards down to the 32-yard line for a 1st down. I guess that shows what we know.
Right, yeah, a little out pattern to the sidelines. He just kind of camped out until they got the ball to him.
Davis is up there saying, oh, okay, so we're going to run it, eh?
Yeah, he must have us in his ear or something.
How about no, Mr. Powers? I'm sure he said that
Yes.
as he let the ball go.
Maybe a little pinky came up to his mouth as well.
I think I'll throw the ball. With lasers. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to stop. Okay. Whoa! Ball snapped over Davis's head. Ball, and it looks like the Hawks are going to pick that ball up. The ball went all the way back to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, once it goes back that far, you're best just jump on it, not try to pick it up and
That's
make a play.
30-yard loss and a turnover. That was not pretty at all. But it looks like the referees say that the Hawks are going to maintain possession. So
I believe the 2nd man got that one.
Right, so it's, see, they got to get to the 12, and they're on the 48.
2nd and 35.
2nd and 35.
What's in the playbook? What do you got?
Looks a
Draw
little
play?
bit, actually, it looks a little bit longer than that.
Right.
Yeah, maybe 35, that's right. Well, Davis, I'm thinking they're going to throw the ball, Mike, just to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think if you want to get that 35 yards back.
Oh, my goodness. Nearly intercepted again. Davis lofted that ball. It looked like a jump ball.
And it was a floater out there.
Over the head of the, looks like the Hawks maybe got away with a little bit of offensive pass interference there because the Hawks receiver was trying to hold down the Kentucky Warrior going up for the ball there. Referees didn't see that, however.
That a win for the defense.
Yep, so when they see this, since this is tape delay, we're not giving anything away. 7-0 in favor of the Warriors, who are looking at 3rd and a country mile. They have to get to the 12-yard line, and they're on the 48. Davis with 1 setback. Warriors showing blitz. Here come the Warriors. Davis is out. Looking downfield, directing traffic, finally lets it go, and the ball is caught at the 20, taken down to the 10, and it looks like it's going to be very close to a 1st down. But I don't think they made it.
Yeah, but I believe he's about,
Are they calling it a 1st down? It doesn't look like it to
I believe
me.
he might be a little bit short.
I think they have to get, they're about a yard short, it looks like to me. I guess we'll find out when the chain gang gets down there. Referees starting the clock.
Another one of those 4th down and 1s. They have no problem going for it on 4th.
So that's a significant yardage game. I'm sure the receiver wishes he'd just gotten a couple more yards, but
right.
They're going for it.
33 yards, so that's pretty good, I would say.
4th and 1 on the 12. Timeout. Timeout. Warriors. You know, since we're not talking baseball and no hitters, perhaps I'm not going to curse anybody, but I haven't seen any yellow flags yet.
Nope, not at all. That's always a good sign for game length right there.
And the 1st quarter has 5 minutes remaining, and it's kind of unusual to see a team call a timeout in the 1st quarter, but I guess the Warriors wanted to make sure they had their plan in place before potentially going up. They don't want to be down 14-0.
No, not at all. Yeah, Coach Rice must not have liked what he saw right there. Wanted to get his right defense set up.
Now, the Hawks lost to the Warriors 42-10 last time. or the Warriors lost to the Hawks actually 42-10. So Coach Rice said that they definitely were hoping to get some payback, and I think they prefer to win the championship game and perhaps lose in the regular season. I know that would be my choice if I were.
Yeah, that's not a bad trade-off. If I have to lose in the regular season and win the championship,
but
I'll take that.
There's a little bit of baggage, a little bit of locker room info, a little bit of locker room motivation for the Hawks to take it back to the Warriors who schooled them in the regular season. But the Hawks are coming back to the line. Davis takes the snap, looking for a receiver, still on his feet, and it looks like a touchdown. You can see on the replay.
I believe that was Deshaun Edwards.
Davis has plenty of time. Does a little fakes out one of the receivers. And number 85 for the Deshaun Edwards for the Warriors, and it is now 13-0 Hawks.
Good decision there by the quarterback to let the ball run, or the receiver run his way open right there.
And now it is 14-0 with 4:57 left in the game. So, Mike, what do you think so far?
Well, you can't ask for a better start for the Hawks. I mean, they're going up and down the field. They've had a drive. They've had a big play. They've had a couple turnovers. They've even converted a 3rd and 35. So, yeah, you can't complain too much if you're a Hawks fan.
No, you can't. But I don't know whether it is just beginning of the game jitters or the fact that it's the championship game or the weather or a combination of both. But we've had turnovers and near turnovers. We've had a game's worth in the first 10 minutes of this game.
Yeah, the ball must be a little wet. I'm sure the field has something to do with that. Every time they put the ball down, the center gets a little sloppy, and that's causing some of the problem.
That snap over Davis's head caused them to lose 25 yards. That's what buried them in the back. So
yeah, you got to clean that up if you're the center. Can't put your team in a bad spot.
Hawks ready to kick off yet again. Warriors hoping to get a little bit of payback here. 2 men deep, 4 men up on the 25-yard line. And here it comes.
Little squib kick.
Little squib kick. It looks like they're trying to. And
I don't think it went 10 yards. I don't believe.
The first penalty flag comes out. You darn kids. I mean, I wasn't expecting a onside kick there, but perhaps that's what the Warriors were counting on.
Using a little Sean Payton's move right there in the Super Bowl for the Saints when he came out in the second half with an onside kick. Must be something about these championship games that bring out the best in the coaches.
And the players. It's like the little conference going on with the referee and the Warriors deciding on what sort of fate awaits the Hawks. Now, the referee's thinking about telling us what happened.
Not sure he knows.
Now,
he's still conferring.
Which gesture do I make? It's like illegal receiver downfield. Now,
Yeah,
actually, I think that's
right
illegal touching. They touched the ball before it went 10 yards.
Yep.
That thought just occurred to me independently.
Yeah, that's usually what the flags are when it comes to an onside kick. It either didn't go 10 yards or someone touched it before it went 10 yards.
So if it doesn't go 10 yards, is that illegal procedure?
I believe so.
Well.
Or kicker cheating, if you want to call it that. One of the two.
So where might the ball be?
Should be the 45, I believe.
They're putting it at the 30. Oh, they're kicking off again. I see. It occurs to me that it's a do-over from further back. This time on the 30.
There you go.
What would I do without the disembodied voice of wisdom? Thank you, Tony.
So helpful. Make us seem very smart.
So I wonder if Wonder if the Hawks coach said, you know what? Let's just kick the ball this time.
Yeah, I believe this one will go down the field. It's hard to surprise somebody twice in the same move.
So I guess
a minute of each other.
If the Warriors put 9 people up there at the front.
Yeah, they're bringing the second line moving up as well.
Yeah, they're saying, so, I see your plan. You won't fool me twice, Trebek. And they do kick it downfield. One of the up men tries to catch it in the air and fumbles it twice. Finally picked up on the 15. Gets still on his feet, though. Finally dragged down at the 44-yard line. So a nice run back by number 24 of the Warriors, Snook Martin. Snook Martin.
Wonder if that's his given name. Is that on his birth certificate, you think? Snook?
Snook Dog.
Long lost cousin, I believe.
Yes. So he's maybe a long lost cousin of Snoop's.
Yes.
Or perhaps he's been snookered. Uh-oh, looks like we got a Warrior down on the field briefly, but he is leaving the field already jogging under his own power. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him or something along those lines. But the Warriors start with pretty decent field position now, all the way back to the 45-yard line. So actually the 46. So Snook put him in pretty good field position.
Yep, get a chance to see the Warriors now in decent field position, see if they can get their offense clicking right here.
Swikert with a setback beside him, one behind him, and an up back. Oh, right over his head. Swikert dives on the ball all the way back to the 34-yard line, so it looks like the Warriors are going to lose about 10 yards, so that's one for each.
Was that an announcer curse on me right there? Told me they had a good field position, then they lose 10 yards.
I commented on the good field position as well, so it might have been my fault.
We joined forces for that one.
All right, well, 2nd and 22, a 12-yard loss for this snap over the head of Swikert. Now it looks like he's moving his up back up to the flanker position, and looks like a little movement. Probably going to go against the Warriors this time, and I knew I shouldn't have said anything about flags.
Right, they're raining down now.
They're calling it offsides on the Warriors. No, they're not. They're moving the ball back, but the referee pointed at the Warriors sideline. So I'm going to go where the position of the ball is. The Warriors are 5 yards deeper than they were before. So 2nd and 27. Swikert looking to take the snap again. Hopefully it will be a little lower, right in the numbers. Swikert rolling out, and the ball is complete to number 13, Jermaine Payton. Looked like about a 15-yard gain. But the Warriors are still looking at 3rd and 11. A 16-yard gain. All right.
Yep, they still got a ways to go here.
Swikert looking at his wrist, looking to be the only setback, and receivers heavily on the left-hand side. 2 receivers right, 3 left. Ball over the middle, intended for number 6 by David Mallory, but nearly intercepted by the Hawks.
Yep, they really put themselves in a bind there on that 3rd and 20 with that botched snap.
Absolutely. Now, 4th and 20. I'm thinking punt.
Yeah, I believe so. I think that's your move right now.
Looks like, this weather coming in from the west, I feel like we're playing on borrowed time here.
Right, yeah, they're just trying to get as many plays in as they can, I believe.
Number 33 back for the Warriors, Luke Brown. It's like we have a Warrior leaving the sideline. Deep back for the Warriors, standing on the 25. Although I think he may be underestimating how far Brown can kick the ball, because if Brown kicks it like he did last time, it's going to go back to about the 10. Oh my. I didn't see what happened, but apparently someone was misbehaving on the Warrior sideline, perhaps, and now they're 15 yards deeper.
Yeah, I'm getting a little feisty down there.
Someone may have said, "Sir, I take exception to your interpretation of the events." Indeed, I am above reproach.
I think there's always an option for the challenge of a duel, I believe. They'll do that on the sidelines at halftime.
All right, Brown's on the 10. And the receivers cheated up to the 30. And it looks like he's in the... Oh, fumbles the ball. And the Warriors get the ball back. Came up, fumbled the ball, and one of the Warriors fell right on top of it. It looks like he...
Yeah, that was a pretty rough hit. I think the crown of each other's helmets hit each other on that play.
And that was Snook. Yet again.
Strikes again.
Snook dog.
Someone might want to give them do the how many fingers am I holding up test on the sideline.
So I'm quite sure the Hawks were vexed by that development. It looks like
that's one of the longest plays the Warriors have had this game.
Yeah, it looks like we've got the referees huddling over there, and some Warriors still in a group over there. So I'm not exactly sure what they're discussing. I'm wondering whether or not perhaps another warning, another behavioral warning might be coming. So the referee is...
yeah, on the replay it showed that was a pretty good hit right there.
Don't see any flags on the play.
Yeah, no helmet to helmet or anything like that. I believe it was shoulder pad to shoulder pad. But yep, that's what he's calling. After the ball, so they keep possession.
All right, we're going to look at the replay. Illegal helmet-to-helmet contact. We're going to get another look at this replay.
We'll see if it was shoulder or helmet.
Ouch. That could have gone either way.
Side.
I don't either.
I don't see the helmet-to-helmet. I see shoulder, helmet-to-shoulder.
Well, that's why the referees are down there on the field and we're up here.
Right, maybe they heard something we didn't.
Another replay. Ouch.
Yeah.
Looks painful regardless.
Right, it looks a stinger waiting to happen right there. Feel your arm go numb on one of those hits.
So they are all the way back to the Warrior 49.5-yard line. So the Warriors had a chance to start in Hawks territory, but the referees took exception to the hit.
At least they get to maintain possession, though. That's the most important thing.
Swiker.
Reverse.
Looks like a reverse, an attempt, and another. Oh, my goodness. Quite a bit happened on that play, Mike.
Circus came to town, I think, on that play.
Looks like Swikert was trying to pass the ball or hand the ball off to Mallory, who was going to throw the ball. I'm not sure whether that was his intent or whether this was an ad-lib sort of play here, but...
looks like he almost tried to dribble the ball right there. Right.
Like Mallory put the jump ball up.
He still almost completed it, though.
Either one of those guys could have legitimately caught that ball.
Yep.
So it would have been either a spectacular play, a very frustrating interception. It's kind of like the guy that shoots the three from beyond half court, and he makes it. So the coach is ready to bench him and kill him, but he makes it, and the coach is like, okay, you got away with that one.
Yeah,
just don't do it again.
No. Yes, just like I drew it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was creative to say the least, that play right there.
Well, probably not. If that was a called play, it was a little clumsy. And if it was not a called play, I suspect the choice to ad-lib might be a little bit of a discussion for Coach Rice and his offensive crew at halftime. So, you know, maybe you shouldn't have gone for that.
Yeah, let's try to move the ball down the field just a little bit before we get that creative.
2 minutes and 9 seconds remain in the first quarter. 14-0, Cincinnati Hawks. We have some Warrior fans in the vicinity.
letting them know they're here.
Looks like we're finally getting our act together on the field after some discussion. Once again, the Warriors have the ball on their own 49.5-yard line, inches from Hawks territory. Sweikert by himself in the backfield. Line giving him some good protection. He opens up, and it looks like they are going to call that a reception.
Looks like there's a little bit of a bubble there, but they're giving it to him.
20-yard pass play.
Nope, he caught it cradled the whole time.
Receiver number 86, Antonio Smith. So nice 20-yard strike by the Warriors. And the Warriors are as close as they've been the entire game to the Hawks' end zone.
Yep, it's definitely a new experience this game for them being on this side of the field.
Sweikert takes the ball. He's standing at the 38, lofts it toward the end zone, overthrows everyone.
Good pressure coming off by the defensive end right there to hurry up that throw.
The receiver was double covered by the Hawks. Didn't really have much of a chance.
Nope, yeah, it would have had to be a perfect throw on that one for that to be a completion.
.30-yard line, 2nd and 10. Looks like the referee is trying to call some sort of official timeout. Not sure exactly what's going on. So what's the plan? To snap the ball, perhaps? Number 5, Jontez Jones, run out of bounds, losing 1 yard.
Not much room on that corner to run right there. Sean Reed made a good play, just forcing him to the sideline.
And very likely that will be the last play of the first quarter. I don't anticipate them getting anything off like that. So as the first quarter comes to an end, we would like to once again let you folks watching at home know about the sponsors of this fine broadcast from Waycross Community Media. And the first quarter comes to an end with the Cincinnati Hawks leading 14-0. Coverage of the NFFL championship game made possible by the Northern Frontier Football League. More information is available at frontierfootball.org. Brought to you by Hooligans Pub and Eatery, Fitworks, Dr. Fouad Amer, Waycross Community Media, LA Fitness, Buffalo Wild Wings Grill and Bar, Payne Chiropractic, Unlimited Carpentry, Dr. Ash Dentistry, and that's it. We gave the Marines a plug, but the Marines need to bring another paycheck before.
Right.
All right, so the second quarter is about to get underway with the what sort of first half statistics jump out at you, Mike?
Oh, so far there's not much rushing going on in the game. A big chunk of the Cincinnati Hawks passing yards, though, came on that one long play, the very first play they had on offense.
I note that the time of possession, the Warriors have actually had the ball for 9 minutes versus just under 6 for the Hawks, but the Hawks have made the most of their time that they've had the ball.
Yeah, the one possession they had a short field to work with, and the other first possession of the game, it only took 20 seconds. So sometimes the time of possession can be a deceiving statistic.
One interception for the Warriors. Let's see. Well, that's looks like a pretty good fumbles. 2 fumbles for the Warriors. They lost 1. 2 fumbles for the Hawks. They lost 1. So we've had 4 fumbles and an interception in 1 quarter of play.
Biggest problem for the Warriors is they're not getting first downs. They've only had 1 the entire first quarter so far.
Sweikert back, still got plenty of time, going for everything down in the corner and just off the hands. If he'd been able to come down with that, he would have been able to catch it. But it looks like You can see on the replay. Warriors going for it all and almost.
Just slipped through the hands. I don't know if he would have gotten 2 feet down had he made the catch.
That looks like number 7, Andre Canada. And perhaps he might have been out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't think he would have gotten that 2nd foot down had he made the catch. Still a good effort nonetheless.
And we would be endlessly looking at the replay. Oh, did that foot come down?
Right, get out the tape measure.
What's the guy in the white hat say? All right. Looks like Swikert has the Warriors ready to go. 4th and 12. Going for it instead of punting this deep inside Hawk territory.
Kind of in no man's land right there.
Swikert loses the ball and ends up going out of bounds in the end zone. So 2 strikes at the end zone come up dry for the Warriors. And the Hawks will take over at the 30-yard line on their own 30-yard line.
Yep. Can't say they didn't go for it on that possession.
No, and you got to at this point because there's nothing else after this. This is the championship game. It's kind of like the 7th game of the World Series. You want to bring a pitcher in for 3 pitches? Do it. What are you going to do?
Right, yeah. He's not playing tomorrow. Yeah, Warriors really wanted to get something on the board right there, but no such luck.
So the Warriors are leading every statistic but the scoreboard. And it really seems like sometimes that's the case.
Yep, that's very true. Yep. Teams that hold on to the ball, sometimes they're having to struggle just to get that 10 yards every time. But when you got that quick strike ability, that's when you can deceive yourself with the time of possession stat. Now we'll get to see the Hawks, see if they can respond here. They've got 14 in the first quarter. I bet they like to match that number here.
First and 10, ball on the 32-yard line, Cincinnati Hawks.
Davis takes the snap. And
the
ball carrier is caught in the backfield, brought down at the 25 for it looks like about a 6-yard loss.
Yep, not much happening with that one. It was blown up before he barely touched the ball got the ball from the quarterback before the defender was on him.
You can see the replay here. He didn't have the ball in his hand for more than a half a second before being dragged down.
Yep, number 74, Dustin Robertson, was right there. He almost could take the handoff.
I think that was McGivens, number 20. All right, so it looks like Davis is getting ready to take the snap one more time. Pitch out. Back to the line of scrimmage, turns the corner, and looks like he made about 6 yards before being dragged down.
Good speed to the corner right there by the running back. Quarterback did a good job holding on to the ball to the last possible second right there. James Stewart takes it to the sidelines, gets a good carry right there. Now gives himself a manageable 3rd down.
3rd and 4, maybe 5. Scoreboard says 5. Davis with 1 setback. Warriors stacking the line. And the runner breaks through all the way down to the 50-yard line.
They're staying tried and true with that draw play right up the middle. I think they've run that at least 10 times.
Breaks through the line, dragged down. And it looks like that was McGivens again. McGivens seemed a little disappointed that he didn't make any more yards than that, but they're going to spot the ball at the 49-yard line. So the Hawks are once again 1 yard away from entering Warrior territory once again. I'm sure the Warriors would prefer that they stay out of their territory. That's the way football game works.
That whole
Indeed, my good man. And a reception by the Hawks. It's like number 41. Well, we'll see on the replay.
See, that was Tyrone Howell.
Number 11, you're correct. Tyrone Howell all the way down to the 35. So 1st and 10 on the Warrior 35 for the Hawks.
Did a good job of contorting his body right there to turn around and get that pass.
He sure did. And then made a few yards after the reception, which is always the sign of the really, really good receivers, the ones that are difference makers and game breakers. It's what they do after they catch it.
Oh, yeah. That old yak stat, yards after the catch.
Looks like a just back to the line of scrimmage for the Warriors.
Number 20, will be given to the Hawks on the run.
All right, so 2nd and 9.
No gain. 2nd and 10, ball on the 35-yard line, Cincinnati Hawks.
2nd and 9 for the Warriors. Warriors fans looking for some defense, and straight up the middle, all the way to the house. Go the Hawks.
Barely touched on that play right there. He went about 30 yards before the first tackle even came up close to him.
That looks like number 26.
I believe so, yep. Or 20.
Is that McGivens?
Yep, believe so, number 20, Will McGivens.
McGivens went straight up the middle. Let's see if we can see the blocking at the line of scrimmage. He's totally
Still not
untouched.
Yep.
No one laid a hand on him all the way.
Right.
Well, he had to
10-yard line.
He had to do a little
Got
high
one hand.
stepping.
Maybe a finger on him. That was about it.
He got through most of the Warrior defense there.
Yep, now we know why they're sticking with that run right up the middle every play. Seems to be working for them.
First down, or the extra point is complete, and the Hawks are up 21-0 over the Cincinnati and the Kentucky Warriors. We haven't really said anything, but we noted when we got here that it was the Cincinnati Hawks, an Ohio team, against the Kentucky Warriors.
Oh, that is true. That's always a border war.
So we need to get all the border war cliches out of the way now.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Mike, it looks like a battle between the blue and the gray.
Oh, yeah.
Or it's the battle for the Ohio River. Or
there it is. They should have a river bell or something they could play for.
I'm sure that the eye rolling in the truck is probably giving them cramps right about now.
The Mason-Dixon Trophy.
Something.
There's all those weird sporting trophies in college football, like the Illabuck and the Paul Bunyan's axe. They got to figure one out.
The little brown jug.
Yeah, the little brown jug, yeah. Let's see what obscure thing we can call this award.
So Auburn and Alabama play for something. I'm not sure exactly what that is. But anyway, back to business. The Hawks kick off yet again, and the Warriors take it at the 15-yard line. Returned all the way to the 30. That's a 20-yard return by number 24, Snook Martin.
Return of the Snook.
So Snook's back in the book.
He is.
By hook or by crook.
I'm surprised he's back in the game after that hard hit.
Let's have another look.
Let's look at Snook.
Get it, Mike?
He does it by the book.
Yes. Snook doing it by the book as we take another look.
Football commentary brought to you tonight by Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. See Snook catch it, then he'll run. Snook is having lots of fun.
Yes.
Snook gets caught and tackled now.
Tip your hat and take a bow.
Oh, heavens to Betsy.
Again.
Over Swikert's shoulder yet again. He manages to catch it, and only, I guess only in quotation marks, about a 10-yard loss.
Yeah, he did the best he could, I guess.
Bent
himself
backwards trying to fall on the ball, but the Warriors are knocked all the way back to their own 28-yard line. So they're going to the 48, so it looks like about 2nd and 20.
Yep, they are shooting themselves in the foot so far with some of these snaps. That's at least the third one, I believe, that's gone over his head or errant or too low.
I know of 2 that have gone over his head, and the Warriors had one of those as well, or the Hawks had one of those as well. 2nd and 20 kind of scrambles the playbook a little bit. Schweikert's another high snap, looking to get most of that back, and he's just overthrown number 13, Jermaine Payton. Overthrew him by about 4 yards. Payton had a step or 2.
Yep, the safety came over and had some good coverage over the top, though, on that play. That was pretty close to a reception there, and just maybe a yard too deep on that throw.
So it looks like the massive amount of rain we're looking at is moving into Ohio. Right now it's about Greensburg. So looks like it might be, the rain might be here in 30 to 45 minutes. So maybe the start of the second half.
Maybe we could just skip halftime and just keep playing. They had an extra hour's rest at the beginning of the game.
Keep playing, fellas. We gotta hurry.
Bring out the orange slices.
It's like the Hawks are trying to show Schweikert a little blitz, and he's running for his life, being chased by 3 Hawks. Gets the ball off, and it was caught at the 40-yard line. And number 13 for the Hawks, for the Warriors, is still on his feet all the way down to the 20. Jermaine Payton.
Great job by Payton there to get lost in the secondary. No one was around him. Quarterback did a good job to find him.
There's the throw. Payton catches the ball on the 40.
53 yards, 2.
And then ends up picking up 15, 20 more yards before finally being brought down.
He snuck behind 3 defenders right there from the Hawks.
And Schweikert was running from 3 defenders when he got rid of the ball. So that is some good play on the part of the Warriors. They are on the 20-yard line of the Hawks, as close as they've been to a touchdown.
Yep, this is the deepest they've gotten. That's right.
7:50 left on the clock in the second quarter, and stopped cold at the line of scrimmage is the ball carrier for the Warriors. And he's still sitting on the ground. Number 5, Jontez Jones.
Maybe got his ankle twisted a little bit on that tackle. It looks like that's what it looked like on the replay, at least.
The officials are calling a timeout. Jones leaves the field under his own power. Here come the Warriors back to the line. Schweikert coming back into the game after conferring with Coach Rice on the sidelines. Schweikert by himself. It's like they're loading up the line of scrimmage with receivers. Looking downfield and caught. Jermaine Payton for the Warriors. 20-yard touchdown strike.
Great job out of quarterback right there to control that high snap. Took it right over the defender's outstretched arms. Great pass.
Dropped it right into Payton's hands. Doesn't get much better than that. So the Warriors draw blood. It is now 21-6, and they prepare to kick the extra point to get to 7. Does look like they are going for 1 point. It wouldn't make much sense to go for 2 at this point.
No, yep, a little early for that one. Looks like they got a linebacker as a kicker, number 50. You don't see that number on a kicker very often.
And short. No good. 21-6 in favor of the Cincinnati Hawks.
Maybe next time we should go for 2.
Perhaps. Well, they probably will next time.
Right. Still not a bad job moving the ball right there by the Warriors. They needed that touchdown for sure.
No, they had
a little confidence going.
Two big plays, and all of a sudden they're in the end zone. So they're having more success in the air than they are on the ground.
Yeah, they're almost exclusively running the shotgun now. I think it's just get the snap and throw it down the field.
Coverage of the NFFL championship game made possible by the Northern Frontier Football League. More information is available at frontierfootball.org. Brought to you by Hooligans Pub and Eatery, FitWorks, Dr. Fouad Amer, Waycross Community Media, LA Fitness, Buffalo Wild Wings Grill and Bar, Payne Chiropractic, Unlimited Carpentry, Dr. Ash Dentistry, It looks like we are going to get the first half in without any rain. And if you had told me that prior to the game, I would have thought you were out of your mind, because
Certainly not believe it either.
basically looking at the radar, I thought that the entire first half would be played in the rain, but we've gotten lucky so far.
Dodging those raindrops thus far.
So the folks are playing jump around.
Are we in Wisconsin?
I think maybe, but I'm not going to start rapping that. I mean, I could pack it up, pack it in, let me begin.
If this was 8th grade, I would have been so over that.
Word to your moms, I came to drop bombs. And there's the kickoff.
Got more rhymes than a bottle's got songs.
The Hawks take the snap. Oh my goodness, still on his feet, all the way back to the 46-yard line. That was a fantastic run back by the Hawks. And as soon as I see a number, 20, that's our buddy Will McGivens.
One touchdown already on the night for him.
And definitely starts the Hawks off in good field position, nearly to midfield. And if you're the kicking team, you got to hate that.
Yeah, you don't want to give up that possession on special teams.
So it's almost like the football cliches, Mike. You know, take care of the ball, play well on the line, but it makes sense.
Right. There are 3 parts of the game: offense, defense, and special teams.
Looks like the Hawks are coming to the line one more time. Davis with one setback. Davis handing off in the backfield and goes absolutely nowhere.
Got that patented run right up the gut.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Well, they've been successful with the one touchdown where McGivens nearly ran from midfield all the way in. So, you know.
Yeah, they're getting, I don't know, they're exploiting those middle linebackers, I believe, trying to get them right up the middle of the field.
And if they can get them to play in tight, then they open them up for the pass.
Yep.
Just,
yeah, we've seen before, Antonio Davis has no problem going deep.
Football 101. Run the ball a few times, get him to pack the box, and then throw deep. So Davis has one setback yet again. 2nd and 10. Quick pass, intercepted by the Hawks, by the Warriors. Run back to the 40-yard line. So that was pretty clean interception there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Davis was looking at on that one. From up here, I could see there was at least 3 guys between him and the receiver. I think he threw that one without looking, just expected it to be open.
So 5:56 remaining in the first half, and the Warriors now get a chance to get within one score.
Right, it'll be a real good opportunity for him right before half. They had their offense moving that last drive. Let's see if they can keep the mojo going.
Warriors come up to the line. Swarkert going over the play with his running backs and receivers. Looks like a little confusion. They're going to be looking at a delayed game penalty if they don't get going. Now Swarkert's all by himself.
Empty backfield.
Kind of a floating snap there. But the ball complete to number 33, Luke Brown.
Quarterback loses a little time to look downfield when he's got to look at the snap like that. It's hard to look at your receivers when you're just trying to find the ball.
All right, looks like Swikert is coming back to the line again. 5:25 and the clock running. It's a little humid out there, Mike. A little foggy.
Even the windows in here are getting a little foggy.
Almost like it's been raining. It's like the Hawks are cheating up to the line, but Swikert is going for it again. Oh, the ball is juggled out of bounds.
Receiver's not happy with himself on that one. pounding the ground.
Jontez Jones somewhat vexed with himself, but if you can watch on the replay here, he juggles that ball about 5 times on his way out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out of bounds.
Dope, Bart. Have you been watching the Simpsons marathon? Is that your problem? You get the dope.
3rd and 4 for the Warriors. Swiker again back by himself in the backfield. Looks like 2 receivers on either side, and takes it up the middle himself for the first down, reaching the old full arm extension.
Oh, I think they're marking him.
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah, okay. He wasn't, chain gang wasn't moving fast enough.
Although the referee said, you know what, you actually fell here instead of the 4 feet.
Right, I don't think he gave
stretched
him the extension, but it still picked up the first down anyway.
Ball is on the 30-yard line of the Hawks. 3:57 clock running, and the Warriors are 30 yards away from their second score of the evening. Once again, Swiker by himself in the backfield, continuing with the running game, stepping up and going for the end zone to number 13, and off his hands, Jermaine Payton.
That was almost a touchdown and almost an interception.
Jermaine Payton seemed to think that he was interfered with somewhat. Off his hands.
I didn't see anything from the cornerback on there that was any type of pass interference.
Well, maybe he felt it happened before he got there.
Receivers like to think they're interfered with quite a bit, I believe. I think that comes with the position.
Indeed, sir. So, 2nd and 10. It's like the Warriors tried to go for everything there. Clock running yet again.
Yeah, this does seem about the area that they go for the touchdown.
Swiker going for the end zone once again. Nobody anywhere near that ball.
Yeah, not sure where he was going with that one. Either that or a receiver must have broke off a route or something. Miscommunication for sure.
One of the Hawks had a decent chance at it, but I'm not sure that you'd actually want to intercept the ball way back there.
To bat that one down.
Yeah. So if you're going to get the, would you rather have the ball back at the 30 or the 1? Well, I would choose the 30.
Right.
So 3rd and 10 now. Once again, Swikert is by himself. I think it's one of these, everybody knows it's going to be a pass play.
On the run.
Once again, going for the end zone again. Off his hands and out of bounds. Number 86.
Yep, couldn't quite pull that one in.
Antonio Smith.
Pretty good throw by the quarterback, though. Got it right in there. Just a little bit of a bobble by the wide receiver.
Swiker was under pressure. He had one of the Hawks on his back as he let that ball go. Warriors calling a timeout. 2:53 left in the first half. 4th and 10 on the 30. It would be a 47-yard field goal, so they probably...
Yeah, I'm not sure they got the leg for that one.
Probably not.
I think they went for it last time they were down around the same area as well.
They
kind of in no man's land.
They were not successful with the extra point attempt, so if you have difficulty with an extra point, a 47-yard field goal might be a little difficult.
Right, yeah. It's a little much to ask for from your kicker.
All right, so the Hawks are continuing to talk about their options as well as the Warriors. Looks like we have the ball on the 30-yard line, so the Hawks would definitely like to score one more time before the end of the game. So again, wondering what's going to end up happening. I'll take this opportunity to look at the weather radar one more time. Looks like the Warriors are coming up to the ball. Doesn't look like there's doesn't look like any other plays coming up. Weather's still off just a little bit. Swikert taking the ball one more time, lofting it up, going for it, and a touchdown. Wow.
That goes off the defender right into the wide receiver's hands.
Michael Weber celebrating the catch. This should be an interesting replay.
Yeah, I believe the defender got a piece of it right into his hands.
Weber says, thank you. Making sure he falls down with both legs.
Yep, good job by the wide receiver to get his legs in right there.
21-12 now.
No doubt about that one. Definitely got 2 feet in. Even a yard. Yeah, he had a good yard to spare there with his 2 feet in. I think he thought the yellow line was the back line.
So the Warriors are again discussing strategy. Could this be the time that they're going for 2?
I believe they're chasing the points already.
2:55 left in the first quarter, in the first half. And the Warriors are signaling that they made it, as are the officials. So, 21-14. The Warriors got a hawk,
maybe just
slowly getting up. That's a large man.
It was. Thought it would almost take 2 guys to help him up on that one.
The number 55 for the Hawks, Brandon Land, defensive lineman.
Great effort by the quarterback right there. Second effort even. Stretch that ball across the line.
Wow. So, looks like we're going to have another kickoff here.
Yep, the Hawks might want to break out that quick strike ability yet again.
That was fantastic. Perhaps we're going to see the touchdown yet again. That was a good play and some good camera work, too, from our Waycross crew.
For sure, they got that defender. Basically, almost looks like he's handing him the ball right there.
Yes, just an assist. I'm sure the defender would have preferred to bat that ball away.
Yeah, it's not something he wants on his highlight reel, I don't believe.
Ball in the air, line drive kick all the way down to the 25, taken back to the 32-yard line by number 1 for Ronce Harrison for the Hawks. The Hawks with 2:49 left, and you've seen how quickly they can strike. So
67 yards to go. I think that first play they had might have been a 67-yard touchdown.
I believe so. But there are some Warrior fans who would like some defense.
They traveled a long way. Yep, they want to see their team here hold the Hawks. Try to keep this score only 7 points. In a perfect world, they'd like another turnover here.
Well, Davis bringing the Warriors, the Hawks to the line. Davis pump fakes, looking for everything. Davis all the way down. Oh my goodness. It's like number 84, 85, Deshaun Edwards. Edwards looks like he fell, started to lose his footing. If he'd managed to stay on his feet, he might have had a chance at it. But I think he turned to look for the ball, got his feet crossed up.
20-yard line or 30-yard line tripped him up, I think.
Well, of course, either one of us would have had that ball.
Oh, yeah. We got great footwork.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I can make it down there before. 2nd and 10, 2:34 remaining on the clock. Straight up the middle by the Hawks.
Yep, if you're on the Warriors at halftime, you're going to want to talk about with your run defense there.
Barry made it to the Berry turned that into an 8-yard gain. 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, ball on the 41-yard line, Cincinnati Hawks.
And looks like a successful first down for the Hawks up to the 48-yard line.
2-minute warning.
And we have the 2-minute warning. All right, looks like number 32, Berry, gets a first down for the Hawks.
Put his head down, got that spin move, got about another 5 yards.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on their own 38 or 48 for the Hawks. Coverage of this NFFL championship game made possible by the Northern Frontier Football League, by Hooligans Pub and Eatery, Fitworks, Dr. Fuad Amer, Waycross Community Media, LA Fitness, Buffalo Wild Wings Grill and Bar, Payne Chiropractic, and Unlimited Carpentry, and Dr. Ash Dentistry, and Dr. Ash Dentistry, and Dr. Ash Dentistry, and Dr. Ash Dentistry. I keep seeing it.
There's a bit of subliminal marketing right there with the flashing.
I keep seeing it. I'll keep saying it. Those darned announcers.
Defense! You got this! Let's go!
And some more defense requested by the
one very vocal fan.
by the fans for the Warriors. Looks like the sideline folks are heading back to the sideline, and the final 2 minutes of the first half is in the hands of the Cincinnati Hawks as Davis brings them to the line at the 48-yard line. Davis takes the snap, hands off, runner to the 50, the 40, finally brought down at the 38-yard line.
Again, that bread and butter play. Quick handoff to the left side. This one appeared to go right off the tackle.
Once again,
First down,
Tyrone Berry.
Cincinnati Hawks.
If it works, keep doing it.
Right. Clock's still running, though. They might have to throw a pass in here.
First and
Although they
10,
still will have their timeouts, I believe.
Cincinnati Hawks.
I don't like bad grammar, so I'm not going to say the one about don't fix it. First and 10 for the Hawks on their own 38. I'm sure the Warriors would like to keep them out of the end zone and stay one score back. Davis keeps the ball all the way down to the 30. First time we've seen that from him.
Yeah, he hasn't had to do that much tonight. Receivers were well covered. He didn't see anything downfield, so he just tucks it and runs.
Looks like he had plenty of real estate, saw that he had a couple of blockers. Managed to pick up about 8 yards.
Clock keeps moving. Or not?
Not,
Leave a timeout.
apparently.
Number 17, Antonio Davis.
Timeout Hawks.
Cincinnati Hawks.
Might as well use them. Both teams have 2 left.
Cincinnati Hawks.
Gives them 2 more chances to run for sure.
Well, they're obviously within striking distance of the end zone. I mean, you've seen them do that both on the ground and in the air. So
Yep.
they may be running over their last
Cincinnati Hawks.
little bit of strategy. With 56 seconds left, if they a couple of running plays will burn that up pretty quickly.
Yep, 2nd and 1 here. I think that'd be a good opportunity to go down the field a little bit. That way, if you don't get it, you still have that easy running play to only pick up a yard.
Yeah, that shot of the Hawks lineman. You got some hosses down there.
Well, for sure, they're a wide group to run around. I can see why their running game is so stout tonight.
Some of those guys have got to top 300 pounds.
Oh yeah, at least. I would not want to stand in front of them.
That's a large line right
Posing
there.
group, yeah, walking up to the line.
It's like Davis has the plan, 2nd and short, so the Hawks really could do just about anything at this point. So the Warriors need to be on their toes. Looks like they're going for it. Straight up the middle.
Run left, run right.
Down to about the 16. So that is a first down, but the clock is running. So normally they stop the clock while they move the chains, but apparently the clock is not going to stop. So I suspect that the Hawks will run another play and then call their last timeout.
Quick little huddle, let her run.
Looks like about a 5-yard gain. And amazingly, the Hawks call a timeout.
Yep, kind of had to let a few more seconds run off that clock. I don't think they want to give the Warriors any chance for possession the rest of the half.
No, probably not, but I'm sure they would also like a score. But they're just inside the 10, so they cannot make another first down without getting to the end zone.
Yep, I don't believe we'll see too many more runs.
Probably not.
Ball on the 10-yard line. 2nd and 3.
So that timeout was clearly just to stop the clock because they've already got their plan and they're ready to take the snap one more time. Davis directing a little traffic with his receivers.
Timeout Warriors.
And the Warriors call a timeout.
As the Warriors timeout.
Maybe the Warriors wanted to see what the offensive set of the Hawks looked like to see what they might be able to do, but that close to the end zone, they could pretty much do just about anything. But you would think that they're thinking a couple of quick pass plays because only 23 seconds left on the clock.
For sure.
One run, and you're pretty much done.
Yeah, one run, that's at least 15 to 20 seconds right there before you get back up to the line of scrimmage. And you would have to even spike the ball if you did that.
Right. And 9 yards, probably, that's a little optimistic.
Yes.
I mean,
They have been gashing them, but
they have.
I still would not want to take that chance if I was the coach.
I'd rather have 2 pass shots at the end zone than 1 run.
Even if you want to roll out Davis, so one side or the other on a bootleg, give himself the run pass option. That way, if he does run, he can get out of bounds.
So, here come the Hawks. Davis with 1 setback, probably as a blocker. I think he needs some protection. But
Gave it to him.
they go up the.
He's going to be short, I believe.
He is not going to make it.
Tick, tick, tick.
Clock is stopped now. Did the Hawks have another timeout?
Yeah, if someone called a timeout, that could be a penalty.
So the clock is at 16 and
They're
stopped.
giving it to them. They just gave the Hawks a timeout.
Indeed.
Inexplicably.
Timeout.
They,
Unless I forgot how to count to 3.
well, of course, on the scoreboard it still says that both teams have 2. So
Yeah, that's not much help for us.
I guess I see. It occurs to me that I'm looking at the wrong. The glass is fogged up here, and I have to lean over and put my head on. There it is.
Hey, there we go.
I have to put my head on Mike's shoulder. Hi, Mike.
I forgot the pillow. Sorry.
21-14. 16 seconds left.
That was definitely interesting.
The ball on the 2-yard line.
Could there be controversy with the extra timeout?
I don't know if they score, and I were a Warriors fan, I probably would be a little vexed.
Coach Rice might not be too happy. Might want to speak with an official there at halftime.
I might have to vent my frustrations. Pardon me, sir. All right. Let's see if the Hawks can get 2 plays if they need one.
Big stop by the defense.
Hurry, hurry, he says, but it doesn't look like it's going to. The clock is only now starting, so the Warrior fans are not pleased with this.
Oh, the ball came out as well.
So now the referees are saying, we're done. The referees call it into the first half. because the clock should have been running, but it wasn't.
Right. Curious decision to run the ball there by the Hawks.
And then they assume that it has been running. So looks like the Hawks are having some sort of intense discussion with the referees on the sideline.
I believe the referees do keep time as well.
The referee is shaking his head at Coach Rice. No, it's not Coach Rice. That would be
Coach Chambers.
one of the Hawks coaches is Coach Chambers is now in consultation with the referee, but the Warriors are still on the sideline, even though one of the Warriors players is saying, let's go to the locker room. But looks like Coach Antonio Davis came to the sideline to yell at the clock operator. He appeared to disagree.
He's not very happy with that clock getting stuck on 16 there. But the refs do keep their own time, so I believe they made the right call there.
And it looks like neither team both teams are now very slowly making their way toward the locker rooms. But it looks like some of them don't want to leave the field. Davis is still pleading his case with the officials. I'm wondering if he's going to get anywhere or whether or not we're going to end up with a yellow flag to start the second half if Davis doesn't settle down.
Right. Could get his team a 15-yarder right off the bat.
You can see he's still quite annoyed.
I don't believe they would have got another play off. I don't think it was possible.
No,
So
not
there are arguments maybe for not on this one.
not with a run play.
No,
Not
not
with
at all.
16 seconds left, because the clock runs, obviously, and continues to run on a running play, because by the time everybody falls on the ball and everybody gets back up, and you know the defense in those
If
cases
you're
will
the defense, you take your time,
will
maybe yawn a little bit while you're on the ground.
drag their
Yeah.
feet. You know, maybe I'm not quite ready to get up yet. You know, and clearly the officials are getting together to make sure that everybody's on the same page when the second half begins. But the clock's already at 12:20 and counting down for for halftime. So it is halftime here at the game, but there's still still quite a bit of discussion going on.
I believe they don't want to let go of that last play just quite yet.
And many of the Warriors and the Hawks are still on the field.
And the Hawks got their field goal kicker out there like they're going to get those few seconds back. Maybe he's practicing for a last second field goal. Should
So
the referees take their story.
there's still a discussion going on. So is the half over or is it not? According to the clock operator, it is, because the clock is running. So while we're waiting, why don't we discuss the halftime statistics provided for us. First downs, 11 for the Warriors. I'm sorry, 5 for the Warriors, 11 for the Hawks. 8 rushes for 12 yards for the Warriors. That's the big difference. The Warriors have 12 yards on the ground, and the Hawks have 126. Passing yards are even, 137 for the Warriors to 140 for the Hawks. So the Hawk running game has been the difference between the scoreboard here. 19 passes, 19 attempts, 6 complete for the Warriors. 9 attempted, 5 complete, but 2 interceptions for the Hawks. Total yards for the Hawks are over double, 266 to 125. So there's the, I hear music, which means that it's actually halftime. It is 21-14, the NFFL League Championship game. Cincinnati Hawks 21, Kentucky Warriors 14. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment.
Do you like what you see? Do you want to see more programs like this? Well, check out waycross.tv for this program and others like these.
Ohio High School Athletic Association is about sports, that's obvious. But it's more than just a competition. What we're really about is learning. Young men and young women stretching themselves in pursuit of the ideals that will guide them for a lifetime. It is an important mission, and we share it with schools, families, and communities. As Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, I look forward to working with you to help our young people build their futures.
Welcome back to the second half of the NFFL championship game. Kentucky Warriors taking on the Cincinnati Hawks. The Cincinnati Hawks are holding a 21-14 lead over the Warriors as we begin the second half. I'm Wade Gates alongside with my broadcasting partner Mike Frazee. Mike, you were just looking at these statistics, and what is it that jumps out at you for the first half?
Well, they early got their rushing game going in that second quarter there. They gained about 117 yards on the ground, the Hawks did, with that steady running game going left, right, middle. Seems like anywhere they tried to run was successful.
And that normally will tend to wear down a defense. Time of possession looks like is actually in favor of the Warriors again.
They didn't seem to close the gap after that, even though with all that running.
But we've got one half of football left. We've had plenty of on the field drama and activity. We've had interceptions, we've had fumbles, we've had high snaps, 60-yard punts.
Clock controversies.
Clock controversies, yes. There's been quite a bit of entertaining football here, and as you would expect of two teams that both went 11-1 over the regular season. We were talking before. Let me remind you that the playoff results for the NFFL, the Hawks beat the Southern Ohio Spartans 47-0. Columbus Gladiators beat the Cincinnati Extreme 38-0. Kentucky Warriors beat the Cincinnati Blue Devils 41-0, and the Kings Comets beat the Tri-County Raiders 43-2. So the losing teams in the first round scored a combined 2 points. The next round, the Kentucky Warriors beat the Columbus Gladiators by 3, 17-14. Cincinnati Hawks beat the Kings Comets, and revenge for a regular season loss to them, 21-15. So here we are. And the Warriors, of course, lost to the Hawks 42-10. So the Warriors are acquitting themselves much better at this point, and the second half is about to get underway with the Warriors kicking off to the Cincinnati Hawks, with the Hawks holding a 21-14 lead.
Second half is setting up for lots of drama.
Low kick to one of the up men. He picks the ball up at the 25-yard line, turns the corner to the 30, makes it to the 35 before being rolled out of bounds. That would be number 21, Tyler Henn, for the Hawks. So Antonio Davis, hopefully he's had a chance to take a little breather.
Yeah, maybe calm down a little bit at halftime.
You know, find his center, so to speak.
Yes. We did find out that the referee keeps time on the field, so the referees were correct in calling that at halftime. So hopefully he's accepted that and ready to move on.
Absolutely. You cannot realistically expect that a running play would burn less than 16 seconds.
Yep, especially when it was fumbled. There was all bodies all over on the ground.
Because the referee's going to blow the whistle when something actually is transpired down there, and he's going to let him play. All right, Davis takes the snap. Straight up the middle again. The Hawks continuing on the ground. Don't mess with success. I don't know if that's going to be a first down or not. It's going to be really close. But the chain gang says it is. Got exactly the 10 yards that they needed, so they are now on the 44.5-yard line.
Yep, game plan for the second half, a lot like the first half.
Yep.
Don't mess with it.
Correct. Davis looks for the snap again. He's got one back behind him. Hands it off again. Another 6 yards. The folks in the stands are noting that it was the same play again, and they're still successful. So
I think everyone knows what's happening at this point. It's been 2 straight quarters of runs.
But if you look at the line for the Hawks versus the defensive line for the Warriors, I think that the offensive line for the Hawks probably has a solid 25 pounds or more per man. So if they can stay at this pace, if they don't have a conditioning issue, looks like the Hawks are winning the battle of the line at this point. Davis pressured.
Big blitz.
The ball caught about 1 yard back behind the line of scrimmage and maybe made another yard. So the Hawks at that point are probably fortunate that they didn't do any worse than get it back to the line of scrimmage, but that's where they are. So they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Could have been a lot worse.
Yep, I believe they were trying to set up a nice little screen pass on that one, but bobbling the ball doesn't help your running back get out there.
And the white shirts sniffed that out. Hawks coming to the line once again. Davis directing a little bit of traffic, heavily favoring the right side for receivers. Got 3 receivers lined up on the right. That's the way Davis rolls out, fires the ball, and it is complete down to about the 37. Number 85 for the Hawks. Stretched that, tried to get a few more yards out of that. That's Deshaun Edwards. But regardless, it's a first down. The referees are going to mark that at about the 36.5. I'm sorry, the 43.
Wide receiver did a good job of seeing that first down line, getting just beyond that, so the quarterback could hit him with that one.
So it looks like fresh set of downs for the Hawks, and Davis has a little bit of variety to choose from. Once again, straight up the middle for another 5 yards.
Speaking of variety. Yeah, it would be interesting to see the average weights for both lines.
Those weights are not listed on the statistics, but you can just tell by looking at them.
Yeah, just a quick perusal of it. It looks like a lot of their D linemen are around 250 or so for the Warriors. I would guess that the offensive line for the Hawks is a little bit above that.
A little bit exceeds that by just a hair. And look at number 76.
Yes, he's a wide body. I'd run behind him if I was a running back.
76 for the Hawks is Wesley Bennett. It's like Davis with a setback behind him. Again, there's another run. Stop it if you can. That seems to be what the Hawks are saying. And another first down.
Nice toss play to get the running back some space out there.
So it looks like maybe the Hawks had a discussion at halftime about what worked and what didn't. And you know, if I'm the Hawks, if I can get 5 or 6 runs at a pop, if I'm controlling the line,
yeah, need the pass. Yeah.
Rain's coming, keep the clock running. This is exactly the kind of drive I would want if I were the Hawks.
Yep. This way to bring it right down the field after the halftime, demoralize the Warriors a little bit.
They've already burned 5 minutes of the clock already. And you can tell that they're dragging their feet getting to the line, letting the clock run just a little bit more. So clearly the Hawks are trying to shave as many seconds off that clock as they can as they move forward. 1st and 10 again on the 30-yard line of the Warriors. Davis waiting till the last second to take the snap. Looking downfield, heading for the end zone. And
I don't know if the wide receiver knew where the ball was.
I don't think the wide receiver did. He kind of looked back and threw his hands up like didn't see that.
Yeah, might have got lost in the lights.
He was Davis was under some severe pressure and had to let it go, but
right over the receiver's head there. Didn't even know it was near.
About 5 yards. Didn't know it was in the air till he heard it hit the ground. Then it's a little too late to catch it.
Right. First bounce fly rule doesn't work here?
No.
No, okay.
Not like rugby. 2nd and 10 for the Hawks. Again, they're on their own, or they're on the 29 of the Warriors, 29 yards away from the end zone.
Which direction is this run play going to go?
Probably up the middle off tackle.
Oh, surprised us again.
Davis looks like a busted play. Davis decided to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, didn't quite make it.
Lineman had his hands up there, wondering what happened on that play.
Ended up losing 2 yards. So now it's 3rd and 12. So the defense of the Warriors is stiffening a bit as they get inside their 30. Not quite a red zone defense, but still, if you're only defending 30 yards, it's a little easier to do that than it is to try to defend the entire field.
Yep, you got to think they're going to try to get at least some of this. They seem to go for 4th down quite a bit.
Yeah. They're probably going to go for the stick here. I can't imagine that they would go for everything. So knowing that, you would think that the Warriors would be able to defend this. So it looks like they've got, well,
2 safeties are right there on the 15-yard line, looks like they're camping out there.
So is this a official timeout? What is Mr. Referee doing?
Yeah, the scoreboard had it as 4th down, but it was 3rd down.
Ah,
That's why I was
gotcha.
confused.
3rd and 13. Davis with 1 setback. A couple of Warriors pretending to blitz, now backing off.
Looking deep, it appears. Now he's got to run.
Davis once again thinking about running, and is running. And looks like Davis got the 1st down.
Looks like he ran right to the stick on that one.
That is the just about the 3rd time I think that Davis has run. It looks like that may have been one of the first times where that was actually a planned run for Davis rather than him saying, oh crap, I don't have a receiver. There's some free space, I might as well try to gain some yardage.
Yeah, he had no problem pointing his blockers in the right direction there. Helped him pick up that 1st down.
Davis once again. And 3 more minutes have come off the clock, Mike. We're now more than halfway through the 3rd quarter.
I think that time possession stat is now flipped in their favor.
Clock has stopped for the moment. And why? And now we're starting again.
Referee's prerogative. I think that's what that one's filed under.
I guess so. Another run up the middle. Looks like they got it probably down to the 15 with forward progress.
Yep, he was able to shake that first bit of contact there. Got a few more yards after that before he was shoved unceremoniously back to the ground.
Yes, we would prefer you to go this direction, sir. Kindly remove yourself from our premises. The ball is on the 15. And looks like about 2nd and 8. Looks like the 8-yard line is the marker for the 1st down. So it is possible that the Hawks could get a 1st down without getting into the end zone. Ball carried down to about the 9, so it looks like we're going to be 3rd and short.
Appears about to be about 3 to 4 yards short.
Scoreboard's calling it 3rd and 2. Looks a little bit more than that, but
Sticks might call it 3.
so again, hard choice. 3rd down. I think they're going to go for the 1st down here, quite honestly.
Yeah, I think they'll keep it on the ground.
Because if they don't score, they'll have a 1st down on the 5-yard line, ideally, and then they'll be able to have a little bit more of an opportunity.
stop again. Getting some timely stops there.
Went absolutely nowhere. The Warriors shut that down.
It's like number Terry Wall made a good contact behind the line there.
Now it's decision time for the Hawks. 4th and 4. It is possible to get a first down. So, possible dump off pass, fake a run, play action.
Yeah, something, give yourself an option. Another pass run option would be helpful here. Or you never know, Davis could just tuck it and run like he did the last time when he needed a good big first down.
Maybe the Hawk line's getting tired.
Yep, they've been blocking all night long.
Delay of game. Hawks just took a little bit too long to get to the line, and now it's going to be 4th and 9.
Now, yeah, definitely cut your chances right there. You're definitely going to be having to pass this one.
I'm wondering whether or not the Hawks might try a field goal here.
Yeah, we haven't seen them, their kicker at all tonight. No punts or field goals. Nope.
They have kicked 3 extra points, but
That
they
is
haven't,
true.
and they've kicked off, of course. But it doesn't look like they're taking what would be a sure 3 points if they've got a field goal kicker that can hit from this distance, and they are going for either a first down or a touchdown. So this is a big play for the Warriors. The Warriors would like to get this back if they could. And the referees are saying that the receiver for the Hawks dropped the ball.
Yep, I believe that ball hit the ground before it bounced back up into his arms.
Well, let's find out with our magic replay machine.
He was open, just unable to cradle it.
Just not quite. He says, but look, I have the ball. The referee says, I'm not fooling. Coverage of the NFFL championship game made possible by the Northern Frontier Football League. More information is available at frontierfootball.org. Brought to you by Hooligans Pub and Eatery, FitWorks, Dr. Fouad Amer, Waycross Community Media, LA Fitness, Buffalo Wild Wings Grill and Bar, Payne Chiropractic, Unlimited Carpentry, Dr. Ash Dentistry, and the Warriors come out about as well as they could expect to.
Yeah, it was a good job by the Warriors there. Bend but don't break.
They got with that when the Hawks got down to the 30-yard line, the Warriors stiffened up and got the ball back.
Really, since that first play of the game, this has been pretty even.
And the third quarter has just been blazing by. We're down to 4 minutes already. It's like about a 3-yard run. Swikert taking the ball himself. What probably likely was a busted play there.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a very pretty play there. I think he was just running for his life.
Normally
Looked
there's
like he got a little tweak somewhere on the leg there. Got a bit of a limp in his step.
Normally when you have the first play of the series, you have a better plan than that.
If it was a design play, it was not a very well-designed play.
So I'm wondering if the centers were spoken to about their accuracy of their snaps as well. It's like a pass attempt by the Kentucky Warriors, successful to Jontez Jones.
Looks like we got some dirty laundry on the field.
Some dirty yellow laundry?
It appears so. Might be coming back.
Jones did not make a first down. Where's the man with the white hat? There he is.
Here he comes.
What say he? Holding against the Warriors. That hurts.
That might be why that play worked so well.
That is always a painful penalty, especially on a successful offensive play where you lose a first down or you lose a 20 or 30-yard gain because of a hold.
Yep.
It
Totally kills the momentum on that one.
It just takes the wind out of your sails. Looks like the lineman was trying to hold back the defense of the Hawks. That was an interception.
basically a punt play by the Warriors on that.
And looks like the interception by number 3, Sergio Freeman. Freeman just ran under it like a center fielder.
Yep.
Okay, I'll just take
Willie
that ball.
Mays on
Thank
that
you. Caught it from behind. And the Warriors, who were so happy to stop the Hawks down inside around their 20-yard line, lose the ball after just a couple of plays.
Yeah, that quick change right there. Defense has to come back on the field, try to stop them again on this drive.
3 minutes now left in the third quarter. And now I think we shall see the leisurely running game return. Davis hands off, and 1 yard is lost.
Yep, good job by the line. I think they're starting to get their way around those big linemen, maybe try to get that ball carrier in the backfield.
Again, look at the size of number 76, Wesley Bennett.
Yeah, it's not surprising that he'd be running out of energy.
He's got to weigh 350 pounds.
Plus, with all the heat and humidity, you know, he's dragging at the moment. He's had to do a lot of blocking tonight.
Davis is looking for the snap. Gets it. Chest high where he wants it. And releases the ball and is a successful pass all the way down to the 18-yard line. That was a strike to number 85, Deshaun Edwards. Watch this replay as Davis shoots the ball out, hits him in stride. Pretty play. And he almost got away. Finally dragged down by number 24 for the Warriors, Snook Martin. So Snook back on the scene again.
He is. He just keeps showing up. Yeah, it was a great route and great catch on that play.
Snook Dog saved a touchdown once again. 2 minutes and the clock running. Ball right up the middle. Down to the 10. Looks like the Hawks could get a first down on the 4.
Doesn't seem like the holes are there anymore for the running game. Instead of getting 7 or 8 yards, they're now getting 3 and 4 yards.
2nd and 7, 1:35 and the clock running. I think the Hawks will be very content to take their time. I suspect that we are going to, the third quarter is going to come to an end relatively quickly here. Davis looking for the snap. Davis keeping the ball himself.
For a short run.
Gains about 3. And I'm sure a leisurely return to the huddle is in store. Davis shaking his head saying, guys, you know what? I can do that, but I really don't want to.
Right.
You know, I think that wasn't the plan.
Right, those hits start to take their toll.
Yeah. It's like, okay, well, I'll just take off and so my legs can't take much more of that, gentlemen.
And when 3 guys land on you, that's not much help either.
40 seconds and running. This may or may not be the last play of the third quarter. 3rd and 7 for the Hawks. They are going to take their time. Davis looking for the snap. There's the snap, chest high. And it looks like down to the 1.
Now he called it.
Nope, he got in. Just barely got in. Again, that is number 32 for the Hawks, Tyrone Berry, scoring one more time. Just on the line. It's the white.
Ball isn't crossed. If it's in, it's
there
in his
he
right
is.
arm. So line judge was a little late on the call, but he made the right call.
Hawks going for the extra point. Hawks going for the extra point. And there we go. 28-14. Hawks up by 2 touchdowns. It looks like we have 18 seconds left in the third quarter, so we're going to get a kickoff in one direction, run one play, and then everybody's going to turn around and go in the other direction.
Yeah, do the long walk.
So during that long walk, we should probably let folks know about our sponsors during the long walk between quarters.
Seems like a good time to me.
But that long walk has yet to take place because there's 18 seconds. Time to... You know what? Let's do the sponsors now, Mike.
Yeah, why wait?
Why wait? Coverage of this NFFL championship game brought to you by the NFFL, the Northern Frontier Football League, and Hooligans Pub and Eatery, Fitworks, Dr. Fouad Amer, Waycross Community Media, LA Fitness, Buffalo Wild Wings Grill and Bar, Payne Chiropractic, Unlimited Carpentry, and Dr. Ash Dentistry. Dr. Ash Dentistry. Dr. Ash Dentistry. Oh, we did that last time.
Wait, is the record skipping? Is that the problem?
Yes.
Someone should move the needle.
Yeah, give me a smack.
Oh.
Okay, looks like the Hawks are ready to kick off to the Warriors. 18 seconds left in the third quarter. No rain so far. Bobbled by number 13, Jermaine Payton. Payton still on his feet. Payton up at the 50, the 45, the 40, still running. 30, 20. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
Great job of
Fantastic.
blocking by the entire
He bobbled.
kickoff
If he hadn't bobbled that ball, if he'd gotten a full head of steam at the beginning, he might have been able to score. But he took just a couple of seconds, but he's gone. Running behind his blockers, getting around on the 50, the 45, down to the 40, almost ready to tries a stiff arm. Brought down.
Great piece of running right there by Payton.
They spotted the ball on the 23. So the Hawks
want to come back from after a score, for sure.
6 seconds left, and the Hawks are 23 yards away. Swiger takes the snap. Ball straight up the middle. That's the end of the third quarter. It's like about a 3-yard gain. Number 5, Jontez Jones for the Warriors. And now the long walk back to the other end of the field. And there was some analysis from the folks downstairs.
Yeah.
Up, the gut ain't working.
I think she might be a little right on that.
She might be on track.
Yep. They've had a few runs, but work out. But as a whole, they are not getting through that line.
I'm wondering if Coach Rice was able to hear her.
Yeah, she can go sit on the other side. And she can get his ear that way.
All right, we have the long walk up to the other end of the field. The Hawks have got to be happy with the way things are going so far. If they can keep the Warriors out of the end zone and take a 2-touchdown lead into the fourth quarter, I suspect that the Hawks will continue with their running game and try to burn as much clock as possible. So the
They'd
way,
probably like the third quarter or fourth quarter to go as fast as that third one did.
right, and the way the game is going to go from here very much depends on whether or not the Warriors can score here. So if the Warriors can score here and keep it to a one-run game, that will force the Hawks to sort of speed up their offensive play just a little bit. But
yeah, you want to get this to a 7-point game for the Warriors for sure. They can't seem to catch them. They're getting close, but they can never seem to get that defensive stop so they can tie them up.
Swiker takes the snap And just short. Ball intended for number 6, David Mallory, but Swikert's pass came up short and bounced in front of him.
Yep, didn't have much arm on that pass right there.
Don't know if he was rushed or whether or not that was just something that didn't quite work out. But the third quarter stats just came in, and the time of possession clock did turn around just as you suspected, Mike. 27.5 minutes for the Hawks, 17.5 for the Warriors. So the third quarter time of possession.
14 minutes of possession by the Hawks in that quarter.
Absolutely. It's like the Hawks had the ball essentially for the entire third quarter. That would have been a spectacular catch had Mallory been able to hang on to it. But if you could see the pass from Swikert there. Very nearly caught. So
4th and 9.
Looks like and this, of course, we start talking about big plays, game-changing plays. I realize there's 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but this could very well be one for the Warriors.
Yep, could be a big swing either direction.
Swikert by himself in the backfield, 3 receivers on the left. Runs up through coverage and brought down for a 3-yard loss.
Both defensive ends came through on that one pretty much unblocked.
And that might have been a killing blow for the Warriors, because now the Hawks have 14 minutes left to go in the game, a 2-touchdown lead, and as long as they can keep running that ball and making first downs, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yep, I think that's the game plan. Just milk that clock. If they can go up another score, great, but the clock is more what they're probably looking at right now.
And again, I'm amazed that it hasn't rained on us.
Somehow we remained unscathed when it looked like it was going to be a downpour.
So the Hawks talking over their plans. Davis. Bringing the Hawks to the line.
I don't think it's going to be anything other than a run here on this play.
Looks like a little bit of green is almost to us, so if it's going to start sprinkling soon, if it's going to.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Fumble, perhaps. The Warriors are saying they've got it back. It all depends on what the guys in the striped shirt say.
I believe the running back fell on it.
And they're saying that the Hawks retain possession.
He dropped it, so he knew where it went, so he was able to get it back.
Again, I don't want to make too much of this, but looking at the Hawks defensive, the Warriors defensive line, they really do seem undersized compared to the offensive line of the Hawks.
For sure. Yeah, they're really having a hard time getting anything going in the run defense.
Davis over the, oh my goodness. I think he was thinking about the yards he was going to get.
Yeah, he took his eye off that one. He was either looking for that or the defender coming and giving him a hit.
He had it, but he's like, okay, I'm going to turn around. Wait, ball.
I think he saw number 4 there in the corner of his eye.
And it looks like one of the Warriors had a decent shot at scooping that ball up off the turf. Some of the Warrior fans frustrated with the clock continuing to run.
Yep. It usually does stop on an incomplete pass.
Davis by himself, looking downfield. Sidearm. Ball's complete to the 30.
That's the way to put your head down.
And
defender.
It looks like the Hawk 85.
He's having a heck of a game.
Deshaun Edwards decided, you know what? I do want that first down. No, sir. I will not stop. Watch this.
Oh. Yep, 26 did not come ready for the tackle on that one.
Mason Jordan. It's like Edwards won that battle.
I think that puts him around 80 yards in receiving so far for Edwards. He's having a great game.
So that was a big play, because the clock is now 12 and a half and running. So regardless of what happens with the Hawks, the Warriors will be under pressure to score and score quickly. That went well for the Warriors.
Stood tall in the hole right there. Drove the running back probably for no gain.
Well, I'm not sure if they're going to give him forward progress or not. Looks like a yellow flag on the play, but being picked back up, I'm not sure whether they're going to call that a penalty or not. I guess we'll find out. Holding against the Hawks. That's got to hurt. So they'll be looking at a 1st and 20.
Now, if you're the Warriors, you got to get them off the field now. You can't give them a 20-yard conversion.
That's right. And this will call a halt to the leisurely 3-yard runs.
Yes, for sure.
So looks like the Hawks are going to put it in the air here. They've got to get to the 47 and a half, 48 and a half. Calling it 1st and 20. Davis looking downfield, going for everything in the air, and incomplete.
Then the wide receiver just bobbed on the ball and able to bring it in.
That would have been a spectacular catch had he been able to make it. And then we see on the replay, Davis launching.
Appeared to be on the money.
Going for big yardage. He looks like he had it almost, but you can see one of the Warriors was helpfully trying to make sure he dropped it. That was Mason Jordan defending on that play.
Yep, he was able to stick that hand in there at the last second and jostle that ball out.
So now, 2nd and 20. You got to wonder what is up the sleeves of Davis and the Hawks.
They tried to get all 20 yards back on that play, sure.
They almost did.
Yep.
Davis with one setback.
A little confusion on the defense. There's some guys wide open.
Davis going for it again. Jump ball. And this time incomplete yet again. Looks like you could have had a case for interference from either side. So the referee just kind of split it down the middle and didn't call anything.
Neutral, yeah.
You can see that they're struggling for the ball right there. I know that both of them were making contact with each other.
Yeah, the hands were going back and forth. Yep, refs treated it like a jump ball.
Chance Freeman was the defender for the Warriors. Couldn't quite see the number for the Hawks.
Good job by the ref there to let him play. I think that was the right call.
3rd and 20. So looks like the Warriors have a chance to get the ball back here. Going for it again is Davis, and he is brought down. Davis tackled by number 97, Robbie Logan, 6'5", 290, defensive lineman.
There's one of the bigger linemen making a play. He had no problem getting around those big guys up front.
Logan making a huge play.
I think that's the first time they've got him in the backfield tonight.
Looks like about a 7-yard loss. So they're on the 20. So that is a 29. So he lost 9 yards. So they got 4th and 29.
First appearance by the punter tonight.
On
Not
4th
bad when it's in the 4th quarter.
Yep, on 4th and 29 though, I think it's probably time to punt. Ooh, nearly blocked.
After that one.
Hits, and it takes a Warrior bounce. Then rolls back toward the Hawks. And the Warriors are going to have the ball on the 39-yard line, on their own 39. Down 2 touchdowns with 10:33 remaining in the game. And I don't suspect leisurely runs from the Warriors at this point.
Yep, the clock is starting to become an issue. You're going to want to get that ball downfield a little bit sooner.
So if you're the Hawks, you're thinking trying to blitz, trying to use the linebackers in coverage.
Yeah, probably bring in an extra back, run a little nickel. You don't need don't need that extra lineman in at the moment.
So looks like they
only got one linebacker in.
Yep.
So we're running a dime.
Ball's in the air and overthrown. Number 6, David Mallory was Swigert's target, but that was not a popular decision with the
yeah, it was not
with the Warrior faithful.
Had it worked, there would have been massive cheers.
Oh, absolutely. Again, the half-court 3.
Right, exactly.
What are you? Oh, okay.
No, yes.
2nd and 10 for the Warriors. So if they're going to have some success, they better have some relatively quickly, because they can't possibly have too many possessions left. Maybe 2 more after this, depending on how well they play defense. Swigert stepping back, juggling, and the ball is dropped. Luke Brown juggles the ball on the way out. Would have been a first down.
Yep, he was stretched out there. Still seemed like a catchable ball.
Well,
would have been nice to come down with that one if you were the Warriors.
Swiger did force him to stretch just a little bit.
Yep.
3rd and 10. This is not how the Warrior faithful want this to go.
I believe they want them to catch the ball.
Swigert is back by himself in the backfield, so everybody in the stadium knows it's going to be a pass. Another high snap. Swigert running. And, I think they're probably going to call that an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Jermaine Payton had the ball and dropped it.
One could argue the defender was there just a touch early.
Or the ground caused the drop. But either way, it's going to end up as an incomplete pass. So, again, I talk about turning points in the game.
That's close. Yeah, that's a close one. The ball may have been moving around a little bit as he hit the ground.
4th and 10 for the Warriors. If they don't get this, they're going to turn the ball over to the Hawks on their own 40-yard line. So this is a must first down for the Warriors. And they do not get it. In and out of the hands of number 33 for the Warriors, Luke Brown. That's 2 incompletions that were intended for Brown.
Appeared to be in his hands again. Rough series for Mr. Brown.
So, if you're the Hawks, you got to think that the things have just kind of turned your way a little bit. 10 minutes left in the game.
Yep. About to see a steady diet of run plays.
40 yards away from the end zone. And if they can get another score, they'll put this game on ice.
No, for sure, yeah. I don't see 3 scores from the Warriors if they put this one in.
Warriors the Hawks taking their time coming to the line. I think that's going to be a repeat of what we're going to see.
Yep, we're going to use all that play clock they can.
Davis takes the snap, pitches out, and very successfully.
Yep. Stayed in bounds, got the first down. Can't ask for much more than that.
Down to the 27-yard line. Pitch out to number 20, Will McGivens. McGivens with a first down. Can't argue with that.
Yep, if they get that every play, they will not be complaining.
Hawks 27 yards away from the end zone. Davis ready for the snap. Low,
Low snap.
bobbled.
I think they got it. Warriors ball, I believe.
We'll see what the man with the white hat says.
Yep, Warriors ball.
Warriors ball. And once again,
Just what the doctor ordered.
a bad snap.
Yep.
That is 2. At least
Great
2.
play by that defender turning his back to the quarterback, just snatching that away.
Yep. Sliced in, picked it up.
Rolled over, so he made sure the guy didn't want a tie to go to the offense on that one.
Now, 9 minutes left. I thought the Hawks had it in the bag there. Just shows you how quickly things can change.
Yep. Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers.
Well, through the third quarter, there were, well, we don't have totals here, but I'm sure.
First and 10.
I think we'll see more of those downfield passes here.
That's right. Swigert going for it all.
Go.
Number 1 was the intended target, Michael Weber. Looked like he got kind of tangled up with the defender, but did not come away with the ball.
Just out of his outstretched hands on that one. They don't seem to be attacking the middle of the field at all. Everything seems to be going to the outside. And they seem to be throwing a 5-yard pass or a 25-yard pass. There's no intermediate game at all.
So that would have been the fumble there, the fumbled snap, according to statistics, would have been the 4th fumble by the Hawks. They've lost 2, so that's 7 total fumbles between the two teams. And so
Add that to the 2 interceptions
So
Davis has had as well.
there have been 9 or 10 turnovers in this game.
Sure. Well, both coaches said it was going to be an issue, and it certainly has.
David Mallory a little slow getting up for the Warriors, but get up he does. And it is now 3rd and 10 for the Warriors. They don't want to let this opportunity slip away.
Warriors receivers just seem to bobble that ball at the last second here on all these passes. Need them to bring one in.
Getting a fumble right there was just exactly what they needed, and they've got to capitalize on it. Kind of a floating snap. Swigert once again going for it, throwing a jump ball.
Well,
There it
the
is.
flag.
There's defensive pass interference. I've been waiting for that to be called all night.
Right. Figured it has to happen at least once. It's surprising
Yep.
that's the first time it's happened all game, or at least been called. It's probably happened quite a bit.
Looks like the referees are deciding what to do about that. That is the call. If we watch, you can see right there on the replay.
Yeah, the defender never turned around to play the ball, so I'm sure that's what they're getting them for.
The call is on number 9, Dwight Evans, for the Hawks. They'll put up with a little bit of contact, but if it looks like they're boxing underneath that ball, somebody's going to get a flag.
Yep, yeah. And if you don't turn around to the ball either, that's a dead giveaway. Looks like a double pass. Wow.
That was a fantastic play. Michael Weber with the pass.
Way to go deep in the playbook for that one.
Weber playing to the camera.
Making sure you know who caught that ball.
Yes, Michael Weber, number 1. Swigert throws the ball to David Mallory, who throws the ball to Michael Weber.
Hey, that's not a bad pass for a wide receiver, I
No,
guess.
it is not. And all of a sudden, it is a one-possession game, depending on what the Warriors can do here on the extra point. You've got to wonder whether or not they're contemplating going for two here.
Yep, they are going with the extra point. Hopefully it gets more little lift on that one than this first try.
It's good. It is a one-possession game, 8 minutes and 38 seconds left.
All you can ask for with your sports is drama. We got it tonight.
That's right, but the game plan for the Hawks doesn't really change.
Nope.
Whether they're up by one touchdown or two, they're still ahead.
No,
so
for sure.
they are going to burn as much clock as they possibly can. And if they can put together, they have done it before. They kept the ball for all but about 15 seconds of the entire third quarter. So the idea that they can keep the ball for 8 minutes and 38 seconds is not at all out of the question.
Nope, not for sure. Yeah, they've had good chance of killing this whole clock if they can just keep that run game going.
So it's going to be up to the Warriors to take the ball away from the Hawks. And the Hawks obviously are going to try not to have any sorts of, snap fumbles or any other issues.
Think there's any tricks up the Warriors' sleeve here on this kickoff?
I don't know that I would. You never know,
seems a little
though.
early. Nope.
Apparently
it's
they
short.
did.
They got their chance. There's a chance.
It looks like some Warriors are celebrating
They
over
seem
there.
very happy on the Warriors sideline, that's for sure.
But the
And I think they are right.
and the man in the white hat says,
No flags. Don't believe there's any flags on the field either. Went 10 yards.
well,
I still haven't seen the
still
referee
haven't
point.
seen any pointing. Chain gang walking around.
Nope, they're giving it.
Well, somebody's got the ball at the 50.
I would say the Warriors are covered. The chain gang has spread out.
Swikert's
down
out
to the
there.
40-yard line.
That's right. Looks like the
So, I was right. My inkling was right. I thought they might do a little something. And it turns out
the Warriors pull a rabbit out of the proverbial hat and have the ball at the 50-yard line. Swikert keeps the ball
Quarterback
himself, running first down to the 40-yard line.
well, certainly a change of events has happened now. Maybe they didn't want to see the Hawks kill that whole clock. They figured they're better off with the ball.
Indeed.
They didn't want to take their chances of maybe getting the ball back.
The Warrior faithful are pleased with that result.
Good plan QB draw on that one as well.
And
And it seems like it's going to be all for naught.
it looks like instead of a first down, it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Warriors. Indeed. First and 20 at the 40.
That's a 20-yard swing on that holding call right there.
Absolutely. Which gives the Hawks defense a few more options here, actually, to try to blitz a couple of people, just to see if they can break up the rhythm of the Warriors. Swiker by himself, under pressure. Off the hands of David Mallory and almost intercepted by the Hawks.
Seemed like a dangerous pass right there.
2nd and 20,
Floated that one.
over the middle.
Yeah, not a good recipe right there.
So it looks like the Hawks are getting ready to try to defend against the Warriors once again, and it's going to be 2nd and 20 for the Warriors as they come to the line. Once again, Swiker by himself. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Just telling his line to protect him for just a few seconds while he gets that ball off. And he's running for his life. And he's going to get dragged down for almost a 10-yard loss.
That's what happens when you know they're going to pass pretty much every play. Defensive line can just pin their ears back and go for it.
And the Warriors decided that they didn't want to leave a blocker.
No.
He was all there back by himself, and he's running for his life. He can't look downfield to see. I bet somebody was open down there.
Yep.
But our
sure.
focus was on him. So, looks like that's 10, 15, 25.
28.
Third and 28, they're saying. Or perhaps I was right in the first place.
You'd like to see him. It'd be nice if they could get at least half of this back here.
3rd and 25. Once again, a big play.
Bobbled snap. That's not going to help the cause.
And more negative yardage for the Warriors.
Quarterback just doesn't have a chance to look downfield when he's got to worry about where the snap is all the time.
The Warrior faithful can't like that. So that is 21-31.
Yeah, that's
4th and
snap wasn't even
31.
close if you look on the replay. That thing died about 2 yards in front of him. Never got more than 6 inches off the ground.
4th and 31, and Luke Brown back to punt. Deep backs for the Hawks are at the 35. Just one. So it looks like the Hawks may be playing for a block. Oh, very, very bad.
They're going to give it to him. Flag down on the play. 3 first down looks like it's going to be for the Warriors. Question is it running into or is it roughing? That'll be the crux.
So is the referee going to smack his arm?
15 yards, first down.
Wow.
Just clipped the leg of the kicker right there.
Some punters are known to flop.
Yeah.
You know, ping.
They got some of that soccer background.
Yeah.
Yep, the rule is if you feel anything, go down.
So the Warriors come to the line.
They have life again.
First down at the 43. First down at their own 43. 6:25 left. Down by 1 touchdown. The game is still in anybody's hands here.
The Hawks got to be kicking themselves for that one.
Swikert throwing the ball up. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 86, Antonio Smith. Oh, you're absolutely right, Mike. The Hawks have got to be really frustrated because if they had just let that punt fly, he didn't kick it very well. It only went about 25 yards.
Yep.
But they had to go for the block. And, of course, you want to go for the block, but still, you know.
Right, do it smartly.
It's easy to second guess.
It's true.
All right.
Parker has just got to be wishing that one of his receivers can hang on to the ball here. Seems to be quite a few bobbles and drops by the receivers.
The chain gang still thinks it's first. There we go. Now it's 2nd and 10. 6:19 for the Warriors. Warriors need to get downfield. Swiker going for it. Ball's in the air and just overthrows. Just overthrows number 1, Michael Weber.
It was a good thought. He was open.
He did have a step. And now a flag on the play. Way back
Oh, no.
by the Hawk bench. So
The Hawks make another bad mistake here.
So I'm wondering what the offense might be. He's pointing at the bench. I guess an unsportsmanlike, perhaps. Coverage of the NFFL championship game made possible by the Northern Frontier Football League. More information is available at frontierfootball.org. Brought to you by Hooligans Pub and Eatery, FitWorks, Dr. Fouad Amer, Waycross Community Media, LA Fitness, Buffalo Wild Wings Grill and Bar, Payne Chiropractic, Unlimited Carpentry, Dr. Ash Dentistry. Is he going to wave his arms? Yes, he is. Unsportsmanlike against the Hawk bench. So did somebody say something?
The only thing I could think of. I didn't see anyone come on the field or anything like that. Well, the Hawks are certainly giving the second, third, and fourth chances on this drive.
Somebody's tongue was just a little too sharp on the Hawks bench.
The referee did not like what he heard.
Swiker back by himself. And then another incomplete pass. This time the intended target was number 2, Tevin Mitchell. The snaps that Swikert is getting are almost lofting up to him. It's not a, if you see right there.
Yep.
It's not a quick snap, so he's got to wait to snatch it out of the air, bring his hand back down, cock it, and then throw. So that snap is probably costing Swikert maybe a second.
Yep, it just had split second. I mean, he's got to look at the ball instead of looking downfield at his receivers. Can't help.
It's not hitting him in the chest where it should be.
So he's even had issues of it going at his feet too. So if you don't know where his snap's going to be, it makes it hard.
You're right, because by the time you focus back downfield, something may have happened that you're not aware of, and you know, as you can see, 1 step, 1 yard, who knows what's going to happen. It looks like we have a timeout by the Hawks, it appears.
Yep, I believe so.
Because I think they're probably saying, listen, guys, we've got this in the bag if we don't be stupid from this point forward.
Need to regain their composure, I believe.
Yes. So no more unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, no more holding, no more offensive or defensive pass interference.
Don't talk to the ref.
Just play your game, get through the next 6 minutes and 10 seconds, and we can walk off the field with a victory.
Yeah, you just want that trophy.
I suspect that's probably something along the lines of the conversation that took place. I know,
at least the PG version.
Yes. I know that there would probably be a few bleeps
Right, yeah.
with the coach talking to the individual that got the unsportsmanlike conduct called on them. Swikert once again back, 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, going back, going for everything, and completely overthrowing Jermaine Payton. He overthrew Payton by 5 or 10 yards.
Yeah, he didn't give his receiver a chance to make a play on the ball on that one.
And we have some quickie statistics given to us with 6:10 left in the game. Still disparity for time of possession, 31 minutes for the Hawks, 21 minutes for the Kentucky Warriors. Looks like fumbles. 5 fumbles for the Hawks, 3 for the Warriors. Interceptions, 2 and 1, so we've got a total of 16 turnovers. 11 turnovers. 11 turnovers between the two teams in this game so far. Looks like the ball is moving backwards. Did I miss a penalty while I was looking at the statistics? Looks like a holding penalty, it suddenly occurs to me.
Yes.
2nd and 20 for the Warriors. They've got to dislike that development. Swikert running for his life, caught and dragged down at the 31-yard line.
Well-timed pressure on that one.
He had that man in his face from the very beginning. Watch this. He takes 2 steps. All of a sudden, he's running for his life. Hello. I almost had a face mask call on Swikert there, trying to give him the stiff arm. Referee didn't quite call that one, though. So, they're actually spotting the ball at the 43.
Yeah, they gave him quite a bit of forward progression, yeah.
2nd and 26.
I think they're a little more extra generous when it comes to quarterbacks, too, when it comes to forward progress.
17. 3rd and 26. Ball's on the ground.
Well, this is going to be a tough 4th down. Oh, never mind. It won't be a 4th down at all.
Fumble recovery by the Hawks. If you watch on the replay here, you will see that the ball is on the ground in front of Swigert. He didn't even have a chance.
Yeah, the snap was 4 feet in front of him. 4 yards almost.
And then big number 55 for the Hawks fell on it, and that's Brandon Land. You're not going to get the ball out from underneath him.
Don't believe so. I think it just got swallowed up.
He says, I'll just keep this. Good luck in trying to roll me over and get the ball out of my hands. Now that hurt. 5 minutes left. Hawks have the ball. If the Hawks can get 1, maybe 2 first downs, even without scoring, they will come away from the game with a victory. So,
yeah, I can't think they were going to do any kind of passing at all.
Davis, if they can make the yardage. Davis brings the Hawks to the line. So the 12th turnover of the game between the two teams. They get half of what they need. The exchange between the center and Swigert has been problematic for the Warriors all night long.
It has, yep. They high snaps, low snaps, snap at his feet, snap into his legs, snap above his head. He just can't do
that last
anything
one.
with
He just stood there like, well,
right.
I can't get to it.
Yeah, I mean, nothing he could do on that one.
Looks like we have a Hawk on the ground. This looks like, and there have been a couple of guys who have left the field a little slower than normal, but this is really the first time we've had a play stoppage for someone who has appeared to have been injured, and obviously no word on what's happened yet. Could be a cramp.
Yeah. With all the humidity and things like that, that's when cramps tend to pop up.
But you gotta be pleased with the fact that that's their running back. That's their big running back, number 32, Tyrone Berry, who has been getting most of these tough yards.
Yep, he's had over 130 yards so far this game, so that's not a good loss, or that's a bad loss for the Hawks right there.
Berry's limping. You can kind of see that.
That was a heck of a collision right there.
Maybe somebody stepped on the back of his leg or something, but
nope. Someone needs to get under his shoulder to help him off the field.
So that might slow down the running game a little bit of the Hawks without that big man punching it through there. 4:43 and counting. 2nd and 5 for the Hawks. Davis taking all the time he possibly can. Finally getting the snap. Hawks run once again. Looks like 2 yards.
We're taking this out under 4 minutes here.
That would be number 20, Will McGivens. So McGivens now tasked with the task of getting a first down for the Hawks. It looks like they're going to give him maybe a yard. Or even a little less. So 3rd and 6 is what the scoreboard says.
Warriors took a timeout here and trying to slow that clock down, give themselves a little time here after the Hawks do what they do.
Or what they may end up doing is giving Barry a chance to get rid of that cramp and come back in the game.
Get him some Gatorade, give him a little water.
But Barry's sitting on the bench at this point. Trying to get rid of that cramp and get back in the game and put this thing on ice. So it looks like the Hawks are ready to play here. If it's just one of these clock stopping timeouts, there's not really anything to discuss. It's just like stopping that dagger from continuing to tick.
Yep. Slow. Get a stay of execution.
3rd and 5. 4:12 left in the game. 28-21 in favor of the Hawks, who also have the ball. So the Warriors' backs are getting against the wall here. Looks like the Warriors are thinking blitz. At least they're showing it.
Pitch play.
It looks like he's still on his feet, and that is going to ice the game.
The Nestle plunge into the end zone and a flag.
A flag for celebration, probably.
Yeah, anytime you do the Nestle plunge into the end zone, they're going to get you.
Unsportsmanlike, so the 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff, but quite honestly, it probably doesn't matter to the Hawks at this point.
Yep, unless the Warriors get a really quick score, they're not in much trouble.
So, Mr. Celebration Smarty Pants. You think that's what the referee's saying right now?
Yes, of course.
Or perhaps that conversation will be had on the Hawks sideline.
Right, yeah, another one of those boneheaded plays, as it were, giving them free yardage.
Well, there's a phrase that's used quite often in football: act like you've been there before.
It's true, yeah. I don't think I ever saw Barry Sanders do a plunge in the end zone.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. $15-yard penalty assessed on the kickoff. Here we go with the intercept, with the replay. Nice job tight roping the sidelines. Makes a defender miss. Knows he's in the end zone and walking. Referee's like, yeah, it's a touchdown.
Right.
However, I have this yellow hanky in my pocket.
Was that a 6.7 from the Russian judge?
I think so. I think the
dive?
Russian judge kind of cost him a little bit. Yes, Olympic politics. We must have our Russian woman win. All right, looks like the extra point attempt for the Hawks is underway. There's the snap, and it is not successful.
That was a bad kick, bad snap, all the way around.
34-21. So, in theory, if the Warriors can score twice and have 2 successful extra points, it would end 35-34.
There you go.
And stranger things have happened.
Right.
4 minutes is a lot of time in football.
Warriors had that good kickoff return there in the first half. It was almost a 70-yard return. So, stranger things have happened.
So that was number 26, James Stewart, for the Hawks. Who? No, it was 20. It was 20. I'm sorry. That was McGivens.
Yeah, with Barry on the bench, that gives McGivens an extra chance to get some more touches.
And do more diving.
For sure.
Let's
Keep
see.
up his form.
That's right. The Summer Olympics were actually this year, though, weren't they? No, they
I
weren't.
believe it was 2012. Yeah.
Okay, so 16, I guess, is his next opportunity.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be on the tryouts. His name just got put on the list by the coach.
We must have him. Looks like whistles all around here. I don't know about you, but I kind of like them to wrap this up before any rain gets here.
Right, yeah. That'd be helpful.
I'd like to walk to my car without...
Oh, yeah. They forgot about that the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So now they're going to mark off that 15 yards for the Nestle plunge. So we'll set this up and try it again. Now if the referee correctly marked off that penalty.
Kicking off from the 20. Pooch kick out of bounds at the 40. Illegal procedure for kicking it out of bounds, it suddenly occurs to me.
Yes. There are plenty of free yards to be had given by the Hawks tonight. Luckily, it hasn't came back to bite them.
So it looks like there is the referee is signaling that there will be a first down.
Looks like they're taking the ball where it is instead of having re-kick the ball.
Well, starting at the 45 is actually not bad field position.
Yeah, can't be too sad with that.
So it looks like a little bit of confusion on the field as everybody gets ready to play this series, with the Warriors looking with the 5-yard penalty. It looks like they will be starting pretty much exactly at midfield.
Finally haven't figured it out, I assume, as the referee's placing the ball.
So 4:03, and you can bet that the Warriors will be playing some hurry-up offense.
Hopefully they can connect on one of those downfield passes they've been trying. Haven't been too successful so far. Or maybe another wide receiver pass. That was their best play of the night.
Swigert by himself once again, which has not paid off in the past. Lofting the ball in the air, and
nice catch.
Rule the catch all the way down to the 12-yard line in one play.
Flag down on the play.
Where? In the back? Back in the backfield? Chain gang still moving.
Let's go, Warriors!
I thought I saw one too, but
Yeah, I don't know.
looks like it has been not a
Good
penalty.
news for the Warriors. There appears to be no flag.
So it looks like they can get a first down just past the 9-yard line. I'm sure they'd rather just score and get on about their business.
Right, you don't even want any more time than has to be taken off the clock.
Swigert taking the, just short. Rushed that pass just a little bit.
Yeah, it didn't
and
seem like he had a good grip on it.
David Mallory the target, but just a dead duck flopping out of his hands.
When I was young, we used to call that the Bernie Kosar.
2nd and 10, 3:48 remaining in the game. Swigert going again. This time over the head of Mallory.
I think that was another miscommunication with the receiver on that one.
Looked like pretty much the same play. They tried the same thing. They'll never think we'll do it twice in a row.
This time it was double covered, so someone must have had an inkling what was about to happen.
Run the clock!
3 minutes and 44 seconds left in the game. 3rd and 10 for the Warriors. Swigert again by himself in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. So it's a race. Swigert taking the ball himself, still on his feet. Trying to, obviously the Hawks are trying to tackle him in bounds.
Yeah, referee did signal that the clock was still running.
So looks like he lost about 3 yards. So again, another big play. Do you expect a timeout from the Warriors here soon?
I don't know. You might want to save it
They've
for
got
when the Hawks have the ball.
They've got the 2-minute warning. So if they're going to do something, they better do it quickly because they're losing some time.
Better get the play in.
Coming down to 3 minutes. Clock still running. Swigert just still continuing to take his time.
5 seconds left on the play clock.
Down to 2:50. Incomplete.
Complete there in the corner of the end zone. That could just about do it there for the Warriors.
Yeah, it looks that way. Looked like he had it there for a minute.
Again, yeah. Seemed to be close to the receiver.
But the Hawks are going to take over with 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the game, which means that they can run one play, get to the 2-minute warning. So I think they have 45 seconds per play, do they not?
Let's see.
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to do the math.
Yeah, we got the 2-minute warning, 2 timeouts though, so they'll be able to stop the clock.
Oh yeah, yeah. So they need a first down.
Yeah, 1 first down should about seal it up.
1 first down away. So I suspect that the Warriors will let the 2-minute warning be their first, essentially their first timeout.
I would think so, yeah.
And then they'll stop the clock every chance they get.
Yeah, 155, 150. Hope they get the ball back. At least that's what they're thinking.
Well, it's they're down 2 scores though.
Right. Yeah.
Thinking the Hawks are going to take this one, Mike.
Yep, unless another snap mishap.
That could be,
Wouldn't be the first one
right.
tonight.
Anything could happen.
I think if I was Coach Chambers, I would put my quarterback under center. Make sure that snap was there every time.
So the
Clock's running down here. To
the Hawks
2-minute
look
warning.
Hawks look content to let it run down to the 2-minute warning. So at the 2-minute warning, we will let you know once again about the fine sponsors that have brought the broadcast to us this evening. Coverage of this NFFL championship game made possible by the NFFL, the Northern Frontier Football League, and brought to you this evening by Hooligans Pub and Eatery, by Fitworks, Waycross Community Media, LA Fitness, Buffalo Wild Wings Grill and Bar, Payne Chiropractic, Unlimited Carpentry, and Dr. Ash Dentistry. So, 2 minutes left in the game. The Hawks have the ball and they're up 13. So 2 minutes left in the game. So I'm thinking that unless there's some sort of football-esque miracle, I think the Hawks are going to end up being the 2014 NFFL champions.
It's good for them, yep. From the very first play of their offense game plan, they went up by 7 with that long pass, so they've clearly been the team to beat tonight.
All right, looks like we have 2 minutes, and we have the quickie statistics all the way up to the 2-minute warning, so probably not a whole lot is going to happen at this point, but it is now 2nd and 10 for the Hawks. Warriors managed to string that out for, looks like, a 2-yard gain. And the Warriors call timeout with 1:49 left.
That takes them down to their last timeout.
So looking at the score, the 34-21 is, why don't you look at that and see what jumps out at you as I make other notes.
Well, definitely the big disparity in possession time is due to the rushing yards that the Hawks have had. They're now at 235 rushing yards. That's going to cause their defense of the Warriors to be on the field quite a bit longer.
Right.
That wears you down. That probably has a lot to do with the 13-point game that we have right now.
I would think, yes. And the number of turnovers, we're up to 12 now.
Yes. That's not going to help you with any comeback.
Well, but they've been evenly spaced out. I'm not sure exactly what the count is here. It looks like the 4 fumbles, 2 lost. So 2 lost fumbles, 2 interceptions. So the Kentucky Warriors turned the ball over 5 times, and the Hawks turned the ball over on 2 fumbles and no interceptions. So The Hawks have turned the ball over 4 times to twice. The Warriors have turned it over 4 times to twice for the Hawks. So that would seem to be the issue here. It is now 3rd and 8, and the Hawks, or the Warriors rather, have called their final timeout.
Anytime you got 2 rushers over 100 yards, you have a pretty good chance of winning the game.
Right.
Both Tyrone Berry and Will McGivens both had over 100 yards for the Hawks.
That's right. So it's 4th down, apparently. So the Hawks are going to punt, looks like, from their goal line. So the Warriors are going to get a chance to get the ball back. Probably going to try to strike quickly, do another onside kick.
Yep, you have to. You have to keep trying downfield.
Well, assuming that the Warriors were successful in scoring, then they would do an onside kick. Just wanted to make that clear.
Yes, yes.
And, you know, like I said, anything could happen. That's another sports cliche, but,
Right,
you know.
yep. Until there's 3 zeros on the clock, anything can happen.
Gosh darn it, it's true. All right. It looks like the Hawks punter standing on his 2-yard line. The deep man for the Warriors is standing on his 37, respecting the leg. So here we go. The Hawks will get the ball back. I mean, the Warriors will get the ball back. I'm wondering if the Warriors will try to block the kick. Oh!
Oh, no.
It's the safety dance.
Safety.
The
Wonder if that was almost planned.
Warriors can now dance if they want to.
That'd be an 11-point game.
It might have been almost planned because it was a very high snap, and the punter, watch.
Yeah.
Punter's just like, oh,
Either that or he just knew he had
I'm
zero
going to
chance
just-
to grab that one.
yeah. But regardless, now the the Hawks have to kick off. And if they once they kick, they could pin the Warriors back further than they would had they punted, and there's a bit more of a chance of better coverage rather than on a punt return. So
Yeah, and then you don't have the opportunity for the Warriors to block that kick, recovered in the end zone. Safety is not the worst play that could have happened there.
I wonder if that was a little bit of football chicanery.
That was my first instinct.
So it looks like the Warriors are going to play a little bit of aggressive defense here. They got 5 up men within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage for the Hawks. Their deep man is on the 25. Got a couple up men approaching the 35. Ball in the air all the way down. Being chased
Bounces
by the
away
deep
from
man. Taken at the 23. Looks like he's still on his feet. Should get out of bounds here at some point, or at least attempt to. But I don't see the referee signal. Clock has stopped. I guess it stops on a change of possession.
Yeah. It'll be stopped for sure. And now here comes the prevent defense.
Come here, ball.
Probably have 3 linemen, 8 cornerbacks.
11 points. 1:33 on the clock. So the Warriors are taking what could be their last gasp. Of course, you can't look at an 11-2 season and losing in the championship game as a not successful season. The Warriors have had a great year.
Oh, for sure, yeah. A lot of happy times during the season. The last loss stings just a little bit, though. Can't dispute that.
Didn't quite make it back to the line. or it looks like forward progress. They're going to give it back to the line of scrimmage, but the clock is running. No more timeouts for the Warriors.
See how many, another
Swigert takes
snap.
this, intercepted by the Hawks, and that is going to end the game.
That would be the one that does it.
Couple of victory formation plays.
Although the last time we saw the Hawks, they weren't very into that victory formation. They kept throwing it deep for some reason.
And that will be that. Now, ball was intercepted by number 4, Jason Smith, which should be it for the Warriors. But again, an 11-2 season playing in the championship game. The Warriors have got a lot to be proud of this season.
For sure. Yep, they've done a lot of good work. They've worked very hard, battled tough. Just came up a little bit short at the end. And we just got the Gatorade bath to the coach on the sidelines.
The Warrior faithful kept them in the game all night long. It's like Coach Carlos Chambers got a little Gatorade bath. Although, you know, game's technically not over.
Was that maybe an ice bucket challenge right there?
It may have been. That may have been the ice bucket challenge rather than the Gatorade bath.
Right. We just didn't know it.
And more, looks like we got some champagne going on the on the Hawks sidelines.
They came prepared, I see.
Now, if the Warriors happen to run it in for a 12-point play,
which I believe would be unprecedented. I haven't looked at the record book completely, but could be wrong.
The celebration is underway. 24-23. It looks like
the last one.
This is going to be the last play. So it looks like handshakes and hugs on the field. The Cincinnati Hawks have taken the 2014 championship from the Kentucky Warriors by a score of 34-23. And let me see here. We got got some information about last year. 2013 Cincinnati Hawks 28, Kentucky Warriors 14. So for the second year in a row, the Hawks have beat the Warriors for the NFFL League Championship. The teams are exchanging handshakes, and we are still going to have the trophy presentation, so don't go anywhere on our presentation. So again, Mike, I think you hit it right on the head. I think the running game of the Hawks and the size of the line just kind of wore them down.
Yeah, that appears to be the case on that one. They just overpowered them. They did what they wanted to there in that third quarter with pretty much, basically they had the ball the entire fourth quarter.
Yep, third
kind of
quarter.
Sucked all, third quarter, excuse me. Yeah, that pretty much left the Warriors without a chance to come back.
Yes, looks like Hollywood out there. I see flash bulbs popping and champagne
the paparazzi
flowing.
has arrived, I believe.
And looks like the Warriors are still sticking around down on the field. And I'm not sure if we are going to be able to hear public address announcer Patrick Connolly, but I am... there he is. Of course, they're not facing our cameras. It's like while Mr. Conley makes his way into the crowd, looks like this might be the end of the game prayer, perhaps. That's why we're pausing. Firecrackers being set off.
Turned into the World Cup over here.
So the final statistics: 35-24 as far as time of possession. So it wasn't really that outlandish, but the third quarter for the Hawks was what made the difference. 8 penalties against the Hawks for 109 yards, 6 for 65, so that was kind of a wash. Both teams lost 2 fumbles. posing for photographs. Again, it appears the paparazzi have arrived.
It's got to be a great memory to have, though.
Absolutely.
Put that one on the wall.
First downs, 20 for the Hawks, 10 for the Warriors. But the rushing yards, 12 rushes for 8 yards.
Negative 8 yards.
Negative 8 yards.
Yeah.
225 yards. So it was one on the ground, as we talked about before. Passing yards, almost a wash, 178 for the Warriors and 193 for the Hawks. But the Kentucky Warriors attempted 39 passes with 9 completions. And the 50%, the Hawks hit 50%, 9 for 18, or 18 for 9. 2 interceptions each. So both teams lost the ball 4 times.
Yeah, that's pretty much a wash there on the turnover battle. They didn't really have advantage either way with that one.
NFFL Championship Game 2014, saying take care, God bless, and have a safe trip home. Good night, everybody.
Patrick Connolly saying goodnight, and we will take that opportunity to do so as well. We have enjoyed this season. Mike, I appreciate you working with me this evening.
Thank you for having me.
It was a nice game, well played game, hard fought, but the Cincinnati Hawks are the 2014 NFFL champions. For my broadcasting partner, Mike Frazee, I'm Wayne Gates, bidding you a good evening.
Copies of this program are available for $20 each. Send program title, along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio, 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.